Hello, welcome to Charmed Persons. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you had a lovely Sunday so far. This is going to be session 6 of our Tayaroth campaign. So we are continuing our campaign here in 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, homebrewed setting. Next session of the Candlekeep Mysteries is happening tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central. Our party of 2 will grow in number, and you will meet some of the other party members of the yet unnamed party. Me and Emily missed out on the opportunity to name the party for everybody else. But that's okay. It's probably for the best. So tomorrow night, DM'd by our very own Jessica Morrison, JMO. That is tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central, right here, same place. But today is the continuation of the Tayaroth campaign. As you can see, we do not have Evan, aka Morton Quincy, our human rogue, here with us tonight. However, he hopefully will be joining a little bit later in the session. But we're going to go ahead and get started without him, and we are going to start with a recap of pretty much this whole campaign so far. It's been 2 weeks, so a little bit of a longer recap to get you brought up to speed. It is the 21st day of the month of Hellman in the world of Tayaroth. Almost 2 weeks ago, a group of strangers gathered together on one of the many caravans that traverse the plains of Tayaroth between Hydre, a city in the Bahothian Empire, and Barrington, a large city of the Barrington province, the capital city. Along the way, the group of strangers got to know each other more and more. Maewyn and Cuinn Barley Kettle were a pair of twins. Cuinn carried around a saxophone that he was always practicing, and Maewyn made friends with every furry creature within eyesight. Rosie and Pentwe, mother and child, were traveling back from one of Rosie's many outreach trips for the Church of Dune, as she had done many times before, and was reading their science fiction novels and adventures of the Palladium Planopticon, and bothering Flint Boulderbender with stories and tales of the mines of Gorahold, where the sometimes grumpy dwarf Flint called home. Chadrimi Strongjaw often ran alongside the caravan, keeping up with his physique and fitness in preparation for his future as a potential fighter in the Barrington Games. Morton Quincy, a magical, charismatic rogue from Bayhoth, traveled with his new companion, Edmund Praetor, a former sailor and purveyor of storm-like magic. The group found themselves thrust into the underbelly of Barrington society. It all started when the caravan was attacked in an attempt to capture Rosie Pentwe, who they had thought was Gilmarie Pentwe, Rosie's wife and Yu's mother, and a woman who had ties in some of the local politics of Barrington. Upon arriving in the city proper, a lot of information was learned. Gilmarie was working with a Sylvia Heartstring, a kind and proper woman who was supposed to be good for Barrington. However, the Hanged Men, a gang in the southeast district of Barrington, hated Sylvia and wanted her dead. After some sleuthing, some sneaking, some good rolls, some not so good rolls, one of our party members finally found themselves in the somewhat decent good graces of the Hanged Men, Chad. Chad was then tasked with killing the leader of the Free Miners, the second gang of the southeast district of Barrington, and one that had been attacking Frida Billwright's caravan. Frida Billwright was the sister of Cad Billwright, the owner of the caravans that had brought the players to this city, and also Roderick Billwright, a noble in the city of high ranking who was kind of at odds with Sylvia Heartstring. Presumably, Sylvia Heartstring was the one that had these free miners attacking Frida Billwright's caravans, as the group has eventually put together. After the death of their leader, the remaining free miners took revenge on who they saw was culpable. Since Gilmarie had used the same signal to get the leader of the Free Miners out by himself that she had usually used to have him meet Sylvia Heartstring, well, the Free Miners knew that Gilmarie was involved, and they made their way to the Pentwe home when the rest of the party members were out looking for more information. Thus, Oren and Brewster Pentwe, as well as Yu's newfound fellow member of the Palladium Planopticon, as he went by the Shade, they were all slain while the party was out. Gilmarie was almost killed as well, but was saved by you and Rosie before she could fade away. In order to save Warren Pentwee, who was captured by the free miners, and in order to get even more answers, the party decided to attend an event that they had been invited to by Roderick Bellwright, the charming, kind man who was a noble in Barrington and seemed to be involved in these various plots. This event was a party put on by the leader of the Hanged Men, the Hawk, otherwise known as Warren Viceray. And he was, and the party was the who's who of who's corrupt in Barrington. You, Pentwee, had made some clever masks for the party. Using their crafting and tinkering abilities, kind of made personal and intricate but simple masks for the rest of the party members as they so that they could fit into the masquerade theme. After arriving, our party members quickly realized that something was up. Morton had arrived on his own, following a wagon of the free miners, which contained Gilmarie and Warren Pentwee. Eventually, the main event of the party was to take place. The Tournament of the Underdogs, where the winner would be Roderick Bellwright's champion in the Barrington Games. While Chad, Edmund, Morton, and Flint went to the courtyard out back, Rosie, you, Cuinn, and Maewyn found themselves following other party members that were attending a secret meeting, including Gilbrix Silverstep, the elder brother of two of our party members. They are the only ones who know this. And Darius Pentwee, the eldest of the Pentwee family, who was working underneath Samuel Norvand, a council member of the Barrington Council, and who was very surprised and upset to see both his little sibling and his mother at this party. Eventually, it was found out that both Gilbrix and Darius were members of this group, the Anamalia, and they wore kind of white, vaguely animalistic half masks, as did the lower members of this group. However, the leaders of the Anamalia wore these golden full masks with depictions of the animals that they represented. We had Roderick Bellwright, the ram, Frida Bellwright, the gecko, Warren Viceray and leader of the Hanged Men, the hawk, Samuel Norvand, the council member, as the steed, and there was a proxy there for the other two members of the Anamalia, Irafira and Mortimer Silverstep, the lion and the wolf, respectively. However, Cuinn, surprising everyone, including himself, was wearing a golden wolf mask like the others, and joined the leaders at the center table. It was then time for the various leaders of this group, once again calling themselves the Anamalia, to report on their various duties. The gecko, Frida Bellwright, reported that her honey caravans, which were actually a front for transporting slave workers, were still being attacked by the free miners. The hawk reported that his hanged men were ingratiating more and more into society, and would eventually be considered a private security force. The steed reported that he had succeeded in keeping the rest of the council unawares. And finally, the ram reported that the search in the Forshee mines had been delayed due to the attacks on Frida's caravans, but that hopefully they would find the tomb of High Priestess Navarra soon enough. High Priestess Navarra, as Rosie knew, was the last known priest of Malar, an ancient, evil deity that had been banished by Dune long ago. When it came time for the wolf to report, a natural 20 deception check, as well as intimate knowledge with Mortimer Silverstep's workings, Cuinn was able to trick those into the room into believing he really was the wolf by saying that the funds had continued to go from Bayhoth to Barrington through the front of the wolf and the lion's art dealings. After dismissing the meeting, some sacrifices were brought in to feed Tayaroth, or Malar's hound, an ancient creature that served this deity, a six-legged, scaled hound-like creature with a whipping tail and a jaw full of sharp teeth. The party stayed behind and incapacitated this ancient creature and saved Gilmarie and Warren and even Cad Billwright, who had almost been slain in two, but was able to be healed in time. Rosie and you quickly decided to escort those that they had saved out of the manor and headed towards the Horned Toad, where they would meet up with the rest of the party. Cuinn and Maewyn went out back to witness the tournament. It was there that Chad not only found out that this tournament that he had just signed up for was to the death, but that he would also have to face an old competitor, a large Goliath man named Grood Hardman. Grood went first and quite literally ripped the head off of his first opponent before recognizing and pointing to Chad and saying, "You're next, Elf Blood." And that is where we left off. So, as you are all standing back here, kind of witnessing everything that's going on in this back courtyard, the servants, a couple of servants, the hanged men, just unmarked guards, come in, and one of them starts dragging the body of the man who just had his head ripped off. The other starts kicking the head of the man out of the little cobblestone area, not wanting to touch it, seemingly very disgusted by what is just going on. And as all of this is happening, Chad, you're kind of standing against the edge of the bushes that make the border of this little arena, and the Goliath man that you know is Grood Hardman just is still standing right where he stood after decapitating by hand this man, and is just staring you down. Do you do anything?
I just gave a little thumbs up.
As he is sitting there growling at you, I want Cuinn, Maewyn, Flint, and Edmund, he's there as well, to make perception check.
$17.
I rolled a 0.
Flint, you've seen some violence in the past couple days, but what just happened in front of you was not only violent, it was inhumane. And it was something that you've never seen or even thought of to be possible. A humanoid ripping off the head of another humanoid barehanded. So you are a little bit too distracted in this moment. Maewyn, also probably equally as distracted, but maybe not as disgusted. Who knows? But just kind of like flabbergasted, really, by what's going on here. And Edmund rolled a 6. Edmund is also just kind of like distracted with what's going on. But Cuinn, with your 17, especially because you were kind of looking for and noticed the fact that there were no members of the Anamalia out here. When they had gone upstairs, they had seemingly gone somewhere else. So as you're kind of looking around at the stands of people in front of you, kind of across wherever you are in the arena, kind of across from where you're currently sitting, further away, about probably right now like 150, maybe even 200 feet away from the arena itself, you see multiple figures kind of moving along like parallel to the arena and then start like curving back towards the arena.
Are they're leaving the arena, or they're coming towards the arena?
They seem to be like, so yeah, to give you a better picture here, I'll actually show you on the map here. So this is back this way is where the manor is, right?
Okay.
Let's say, for the sake of it, that you're sitting here. You see them on this side, except like 100 or 250 feet the other way, and they're slowly making their way this way. like so away from the manor in the backyard, and then are curving so that they would. It looks like their trajectory would get them right behind the arena this way.
Okay. I'll just I'll point them out to May.
Okay.
Like, what do you make of that?
I don't know. Do you think we should get closer?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm about to die though. You know anything I could, like,
it would be really
thank you
nice
for bringing
if
me back up.
Yeah,
I really
don't-
appreciate
that was kind of all that I could do.
that. Okay, cool. All right, well, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, but you know, yeah, okay.
So the two of you kind of like step down from where you're sitting, and what do you do? Where specifically? How do you try to get a better view of what's going on?
Can we just like sort of make it look like we're just like making our way very casually through the crowd, but make our way closer to get a little bit of a better viewpoint of where they're going?
Yeah, so we'll say that you kind of like walk in front of the stands next to you and then kind of go to the side so that you could like head towards the back of the other stands, the one at the very top of the map there. And as this is happening, Flint and Edmund, you're just kind of watching as one of another, the hanged man has just brought out a bucket of water and is currently like splashing the area where all the blood is to try to get some of it out. And Chad, as you are standing there, I need to look at his name. I don't remember it off the top of my head. Arena Master Joffrey, he kind of looks at you and he says, alright, yeah, so, Half Elf, right, you're next, if that's alright with you.
Sure, yeah, ready to go.
Alright, you're gonna be facing, alright, what's your name here? Hate it when they do this. The Boulder, if you want to come out, that would be great. And this guy,
Amazing.
who just looks, honestly, he looks like a chubby butcher. Like he has this apron on that is supposed, like, it clearly has red paint on it. Instead of like actual blood, and he has these like pretty thick arms, but he's got this big belly, and he steps forward and he says, it's the butcher, man. And he steps out, and I mean, he's probably about a foot shorter than you. You're feeling pretty confident about this matchup. Cuinn and Maewyn, as you kind of like make your way casually to this right side of these stands so that you can kind of like look past where the light is, so you can have a like you're behind the light now, so you can have a bit of a better view. Go ahead and both of you make perception checks, or one of you with advantage.
I have a +2. What do you have?
+1. You do it. Leave it at advantage.
Let's do it. I got advantage. Oh, didn't matter. 6. Rolled a 5 and then a 6.
With you definitely see that these figures are moving towards you, but you can't really. It's a little bit too dark. You can't really make out much more detail than what you are seeing already. The only thing I'll give you with a 6 is they don't look to be walking casually.
Okay. Are we? It kind of looks like we're outside at this point, right?
You are correct.
Does it seem like because I had Batty kind of hide in an alleyway? Does it seem
You
like
had Batty hide out towards the front of the manor, yeah.
Yeah. Does it seem like it would be really noticeable if I had her come back to me?
You don't have any way of communicating with her currently.
Oh yeah, I'm too okay. Are we able to? Go ahead.
I'd say how far away? They're still like 150, 200 feet.
I would say at this point they're about 100 feet away from you. The way they've like curved inward.
What if
And you don't have, neither of you have dark vision, right? Do you have dark vision as halflings?
No.
I don't think you do.
No, I don't think
So yeah, you cannot see, you can't make out much of these creatures other than the fact that there's multiple of them. It doesn't seem to be like a casual jaunt. That's about all you.
Should we get a
Yeah, what if we
closer
just
look?
like join the back of the group and make it look like we are walking with a purpose?
You want to join the group?
I don't know, man.
I don't know if I told you. I'm like about to die.
Oh yeah, you're
Real close.
dying. I forgot.
But
No,
hey,
let's
I
get-
can look like them.
At about 60 feet away, they stop and start spreading out.
We can't 60 feet yet. No light.
No, not without any.
are they
There's light behind you, but it's not. It's enough to just let you see them. No, they're not holding any torches. But now that they're 60 feet and now that they're starting to spread out, I'll give you one more perception check each.
You do, yeah. Well, okay.
We'll both do it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, each. I'm gonna give it to you.
Oh, I rolled a 2.
Okay.
So 2 + 1. If I rolled a 1, I could have re-rolled it.
Oh, okay. I got a 16.
With a 16, you don't know who these individuals are, but you see pretty much each and every one of them. There's a slight glint in whatever light is available as you see various crossbows be pulled out from this group of people.
Okay, I'm gonna telepathically get let's see. Flint, I guess. Who's here? Who all is actually still here? Chad's about to fight.
Brain trust.
How much of the how far does this go?
That's what I was just looking, and I can only do one person. Telepathy. It says as long as you maintain concentration, you can use a bonus action to send a telepathic message to a creature you're focused on.
But what do you need to be focused on them?
I don't know.
Look this up.
Feeling it telepathic? No, telepathy.
It's my helm of telepathy. I technically only have one charge left on it too, so. And no spell.
It's a creature that you've cast detect thoughts on.
Okay. I'll just.
So you didn't cast detect thoughts on.
Yeah.
Flint, so you're not focused on him.
Okay. I'll look at Cuinn and say, I think we should tell everyone else that this is happening.
I think we should get behind these guys.
Sure. Yep.
So you make your way to basically what is the front of the stands.
Well, could I? Because they're trying to circle everything, right? That's what it seems like.
Yeah. So you're standing right here currently to the right of the stands, and they are north of you. Yes, fanning out as if to create a semicircle around the back of this arena.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're gonna need help with it. We should get as early as warning as possible.
Yeah. So we'll just book it as conspicuously as we can over to Chad and Flint.
Yeah.
Or
Okay,
Flint at least.
Flint and Edmund, if I recall, are sitting on this first group of stands right over here.
Yeah, we're just hanging out together.
So you guys start.
I'll go on a dead sprint.
So you both start sprinting. People kind of are looking down at you. Chad, as all of this is going down, you're looking over at the butcher, and he's kind of sitting there, and he takes out from his apron one cleaver, takes out another cleaver, throws them on the ground center, just like, the other. You start to take out your weapons. As he does, he points over at you, and he goes, "Hey!" A crossbow bolt enters the side of this man's temple. As he immediately falls to the ground, all of you start hear screams as patrons that are sitting on these stands start to just fall with crossbow bolts hitting their back. One swirls through the air and hits like a piece of wood on a nearby stand, Cuinn, as you're running and duck underneath it, and chaos immediately starts to break out. You notice from the trajectory of some of the crossbolts, there was another group of these individuals who created a semicircle over here to the west. So to the north and west, you have a group of roughly 24 figures who you have not made out yet that are starting to fire crossbow bolts just into this crowd of people. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Are there any kids in the stands, or does it seem to be an adult only?
This is an adult only function. Also, although we have this map here for visuals, this is going to be a theater of the mind combat experience.
Okay.
I need to add a turnover thingy. So,
and I hope I'm saving my good rolls for later or something.
Yep, I just rolled I rolled a 3.
Oh wait, your tokens do need to be.
I rolled a 1.
You can re-roll ones.
Oh, can on
I think
initiative too?
When you roll an attack roll, ability check or saving throw, so no.
Okay.
Unless that's an ability check. Is that an ability check?
No, I have a +4 though.
It is what an ability check.
Initiative.
Initiative is an ability check. Yes.
Oh, it
Sounds-
is?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey Zach, can you make my token really big so you have to resize it down every time?
No.
No.
Take it.
No, I'm good.
I still did not roll very well, but it was a 3 instead of a 1. So,
Oh, we both rolled 3s.
what do you have? What's your?
Gonna be +4, so 7.
I have a +4 too. We really are twins.
Yeah, we are.
You're so
So
It
cute.
feels like a instrumental. The music that's playing, it feels like an instrumental track that is trying to be, for copyright reasons, distinguishable from Jolene.
Yeah.
Sure does.
You're right. For some reason, I can't add a turn for all of you, so maybe you have to get your own tokens out here to add a turn for yourselves.
Yeah, the token you brought out, I couldn't move. So I
Yeah,
just
it's
couldn't
I don't understand Roll20 these days. I just don't get it.
move these days.
These days.
All right.
I can add it, I just can't edit it.
Yeah, I'll edit it for you. Don't worry.
Cool.
I can't add it. How do I add it?
It's at the top left when you click on your
Hidden
person.
Figures.
Yep.
Ooh, great movie.
Thank you.
That is a very good movie.
Oh, it's me rolling. I thought I was trying to type something in, but I was re-rolling.
Wait, how do I add it? I'm sorry.
Take your token out, right click on it, and say add turn. What was yours, JMO?
20.
20. Flint?
10. Mine's
Okay,
being,
yours is good. And then Cuinn?
7.
Perfect. And Maewyn?
7.
Oh wow, that's cute, guys. Okay.
Can we go at the same time?
Wonder Twin powers.
Chad, your dexterity is for
Double
sure higher than Edmund's. So at the top of the turn order, Chad, what do you do?
I don't know.
So you're
I was ready to fight.
you're currently. Oh, I wasn't in the token view. That was what.
I
she was
think
the
you
whole time.
won.
You're currently like
by
right
default.
here.
I know.
You're currently standing right there.
Okay. Well, the first thing I do is kind of like just crouch down to hopefully avoid any firing happening.
Yeah.
And then I'll look around to see if I can see Victor,
Okay.
to see like if he's still looking at me, what he's doing to try to still like pose as the I'm on his side, like
Yeah. Victor.
expression.
Victor is currently at the top at the northernmost stage. He was standing next to Joffrey. Victor currently has his rapier out and is looking at the other hanged men, and is like shouting orders, which is basically just various amounts of like, get your shit together, protect, like, get these people. He's ordering his
Okay, so-
he's ordering his hangmen to fight back. Is what he's doing.
to fight back.
Yes.
Okay. And I see. I really would only behind me see what Edmund and Flint in the like stands.
Yeah. Well, and you see right at like, because the bushes aren't like super tall, so like you see like Cuinn and Maewyn's heads like running past the bushes.
I'll either jump over or kind of like awkwardly through the bushes
Yeah, you could easily, you can clear it easily. You're a
Um,
badass.
to this stands of people
Uh-huh.
and just like pretend I don't know them, but start like ushering just like the attendees of the parties and not the fighters or hangmen of just like out, and
Yeah.
just kind of keep looking at Victor of like, is he gonna see me? Is he gonna see me? What do I do?
Yeah, towards the manor.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
towards
that's where
that.
everyone's kind of naturally running anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, they kind of follow your lead. And yeah, as you look over at Victor, Victor seems to. I mean, Victor is already jumping off of the stage and is running like north away from you. So his back's turned towards you
Okay,
right
so
now.
he's
Yeah.
like going. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'll just say I'm getting like people out and kind of away from the crossbow fire.
For sure. After your turn, it is Edmund's turn. And Edmund is just going to look at you, Flint, and he's just going to say, all right, well, I feel like we should get the fuck out of here then, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, and he just takes off. He is actually going to Okay, yeah. He just jumps off the stands and starts just running right towards the manor. That's what he does on his turn. And at the end of his turn, it is the Hidden Figure's turn. As they all kind of like start to squeeze in, everyone who is still outside, which is all of you, I need you to make dexterity saving throws for me.
4.
Oh no.
16.
16.
What the heck?
Stop it. I don't. Weird.
Cute.
What'd you get,
12.
Chad? 12, and Edmund got a 21. So Matt, you're the only one to fail. But Matt, you do take
Wait, do I take it or does Flint take it?
or sorry, Flint
I'll
takes
An arrow hits me in the back in real life.
Yeah, Flint, you take just 4 points of piercing damage as a crossbow bolt just kind of hits you right in the left bicep as you're starting to run towards the manor.
If I get hit, I'm unconscious. I have 2 hit points.
That's true, yeah. As you all continue to run, that last volley seems to be that's what they do at the start of their turn, and then they all just take out rapiers or short swords or whatever their weapons are and start sprinting towards the center of the arena. So both sides get about 30 feet closer to the edge of this map, basically. And with that being much more lit by the lights around this arena, all of you start to see very familiar forms as all of these individuals are wearing the armor and outfits of the free miners, as the free miners are here supposedly maybe taking revenge on what happened with Grieva, who knows, but the free miners are currently attacking this party, and that is who these hidden figures are. So that's the end of their turn. Flint, you're up.
Can I tell how many people are attacking?
You can't see the people to the north. There's too many stands in front of you, but the people to the west, it looks to be about probably 8 to 10 people.
Cool. Okay, got it. And there's like a bunch of normal civilian party goers near me in the stands that are.
Yeah, there are a bunch of normal people who are freaking out and running, but there's also a good number of there's a good number of hangmen just individual, there's a good number of hangmen just in general, and a good number of hangmen who are starting to run opposite of you from the manor to outside. And some of these party members, some of the more rough and tumble looking ones, are also getting out their various weapons and seemingly starting to fight back.
Okay.
But most people are running.
Yeah, I'm not going to interrupt them fighting each other. But I'm going to stay on this platform for as long as possible to shield the civilians, to make sure that they can get to safety in whatever capacity. If that means that I'm more of a target, then that's fine.
Okay, yeah, I would say, okay, yeah, for sure. That's noted. That's the end of Flint's turn. Maewyn, and Cuinn, you both got the same. Whose dexterity is higher? Would that probably be Maewyn?
Got a 19.
19?
Oh, 19? Oh, yeah. I got 16.
Yeah, so Maewyn, you are up first.
First I'm gonna look over at Cuinn and say, get the fuck down and don't fight. So they're all just kind of fighting in the middle. I will also take the time to, is there anybody else in the stands that needs help getting out?
Most of no one seems to be elderly, so most of the citizens do seem to be able to get out relatively quickly. Where you are, I would say you don't see anybody having any issues currently. Maybe they're slower than you, but not having issues other than that.
Okay. I'm gonna put myself in front of Cuinn.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take my longbow and just shoot at one of the free miners.
Okay, yeah, roll an attack.
Oh wow, a 27.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
11 points of damage.
11. Do you fire at one towards the north or the west?
North.
North. So you release an arrow and it flies through the air, arcing, and just as one of these free miners is starting to approach, you see the arrow enter its clavicle and embed itself in its chest, and the free miner just like immediately just stops and skids the last couple feet as it slams into the ground. You see one of the hanged men who is currently running towards the north like look back and see who like was responsible for that shot, and you see him quickly like raise a sword and like in solidarity, and then continues to run towards the free miners.
And then I'm gonna with my naturally stealthy, I'm gonna just like duck behind these stands here if I can.
Okay, yeah.
Just to make myself a little bit less visible.
All right, you're not able to like use that hide action as a bonus action, but I will definitely say that you easily have like probably even 3/4 cover from anybody who's trying to hit you.
Cool. Just if someone looks over and says who shot that bull, I'm not like immediately like, oh, that girl.
For sure. All right, Cuinn, you're up.
So there's people coming from like the top of the map and the left of the map.
Top and right, north and west,
Top and
or
right.
north and east. Sorry, I do keep saying west.
Okay.
My apologies. North and east. Yeah.
So I'm thinking the closer one. Move it. I'm just gonna try to move this one. The other Cuinn doesn't exist. I don't know why.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So I'll just move kind of in here and kind of crouch down, not hiding. But I'm going to cast Silent Image of a dragon.
Okay.
Just like out here. Just
I
to
will say
kinda
you
try
have
to
no
where
idea
they
what a
meet.
dragon looks like.
I have no idea what a dragon. So okay.
Dragons are, and that's just
dragon.
because dragons are not like dragons haven't been heard of for centuries.
Got it. So then I will do a giant ape.
Okay, a giant
I
ape.
don't know
Yes.
what a dragon looks
Yeah,
like.
I
It
mean,
doesn't make
easily-
a sound. But
And
it's
you
gonna
could do like what a
sound
picture of a dragon looks like, you know, if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
what I think. I would do what I think a dragon looks like.
Yeah. So it's like it's a little bit more cylindrical. It's like really skinny in the body, and it kind of like wraps up like a serpent. A lot of dragons are really depicted as serpent, and this one especially
Right,
is.
something, yeah.
And where did you want to place that?
If I can do it within 60 feet. So if I can kind of do it in the middle of the groups where they kind of were spreading out somewhere. So
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
just so everybody would be able to see.
So yeah, I mean, immediately like this, and I assume, you know, just to make it have some flair, you like it appears in this like poof of smoke. This dragon
It
creature
looks like
that
it's
like
coming out of
slithers
the
out.
ground.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. This slithery dragon creature posts its hands. You see dirt go flying. You don't hear anything.
Completely silent.
But there's a lot of like, and definitely, especially the people kind of like to the like kind of in the middle of both groups, like directly to the northeast. Immediately start to like scatter and look around and are definitely terrified and distracted. Is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna bonus action inspire Maewyn.
Okay.
It's like following your lead here. You got it. And then I'll just kind of
And alrighty. At the top of the turn order, it is Chad.
Cool. Seeing most of the like non-fighter people out, I'm gonna sprint to where I saw Victor kind of jumping to, and just like, I assume they're probably still, since I was a little further back, like my both action and movement would probably take it to get there.
Yeah, but you could
But I'm
get
just
there with
gonna,
the
like,
action and movement. Yeah.
Get there and like strategically put myself so he sees me of like, hey, I'm here.
Okay. All
And
right.
then, like,
Yeah.
Wait to fight.
Okay, easily enough. So that'll be Chad's turn. Edmund continues to run into the manor, and with his action and bonus action, or his action and movement, he gets inside the manor. So that's the end of Edmund's turn, because that's what he thought everybody was doing. It is now the Free Miners' turn. So the Free Miners are going to run forward even more. The ones that are near Maewyn and Cuinn are either too distracted or were distracted long enough by that dragon that they don't run and get any closer. But you do get a few that get up next to you. You also have a bunch of hangmen around you, so I'm just going to say, Chad, that 2 Free Miners get an attack on you. So that is going to be a 15 to hit. Misses, and a 10 to hit. So they both come up to you. You just parry them easily with your scimitars. Victor kind of looks at you, nods, and then he takes his step forward and skewers one of them with a rapier, pulls it out. You see pretty quickly that these Free Miners are outnumbered by the amount of hanged men that have now appeared, and by, especially with the help of some of the other party members. This probably is not going to be too long. This was kind of an act of desperation here by the Free Miners. But the rest of the Free Miners kind of towards the east, after being distracted, they do make their way a little bit closer, but they're also getting stopped by hangmen. But that'll be the end of their turns, which means Flint, it's your turn.
All right, everybody, please evacuate the bleachers in a calm and orderly fashion. There is arrows, but do not be alarmed. I'm just ushering people off in towards the manor.
Yeah, I would say if you spend your whole turn doing that, I mean, it's pretty much everyone gets out, and it seems that most of the civilians are either in the manor or like making their way like not near the battle. So
Okay.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'll just once they're all headed out, I will join them and leave this bad place.
Yeah, okay. So I would say, I mean, you kind of see that happening anyway, so I'll say on your turn, I mean, you get about halfway to the manor. Honestly, you'll probably get there your next turn. All right, Maewyn, you're up. So you see the people, I mean, you have a choice here, basically. You can either keep fighting and help the hanged men / party members dispatch of these Free Miners, or everyone seems pretty distracted. You could probably make your way to the manor. It's up to you.
I'm gonna look at Cuinn and I'm gonna run.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, you better follow me.
Yeah.
That's it. I'll use my action to dash and get as close as I can.
Okay. Cuinn?
I will do the same thing. As soon as I leave within 60 feet out of that dragon, it'll just kind of go away.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it like jumps in the air and slams back into the earth and slithers back in. Everyone is just traumatized. They have no idea what just happened. Some of them might, but most of them don't. All right, that's the end of Quinn's turn. Edmund is in the manor, and he just spends his turn like waving you guys in, like waving for you, and just kind of helping people get in through the actual doorway. That'll be the end of his turn. And Chad, it's now your turn.
I will attack just the nearest Free Miner.
Yeah,
One
go
of
ahead.
the 2 that attacked me.
Yeah, for sure.
That is with my +1, that gets me up to 19 to hit.
19 hits. Roll for damage.
But that is only 4.
4 points of damage. You slice towards this man, one of the Free Miners in front of you, cause a big gash along the left side of their abdomen as your scimitar slices across the flesh, but looks back at you angrily.
Then I'll take since I got 2 weapon fighting, I'll take the other one and.
Yeah.
And I also will want to. I don't want to kill him. I would just want to incapacitate him.
Okay, but this next attack? Yeah, you
Yeah.
can specify that.
Well, it's probably not going to hit anyway, because that only is an 8.
8 misses. Yeah, you swing, and then at the last second kind of try to make it just the handle because you have that thought, but that change in process makes you a little bit shorter on the attack, and you're not able to finish him off. Do you use your movement at all, or do you just stay right there?
I stay right there. I
Okay.
think I'm gonna just follow Victor's lead. So as long as he's staying and fighting, I will not run.
All right, so the rest of the free miners take their turn now. I'll say a couple more get close to you, just 2 more attacks on you. That's going to be an 18 for the first attack and a 5 for the
Hits.
second.
That's not hit.
So with the 18, oh my god, 3 points of piercing damage to you as a rapier just kind of like peeks in right between like a couple of the like right where the armor meets. Finds its spot, pulls back out, a little bit of blood starts pouring down your shoulder, but that's them. I will say the ones who were towards the east, they now, because they were distracted and a lot of the people have run away, they're not within running distance of all of you, so they're going to take out their crossbows and make another volley. So Cuinn, Maewyn, and Flint, I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
24.
19.
19.
12.
12. All of you succeed.
You are okay.
Yep, you all
have
succeed.
inspiration, but
And you do have an inspiration, yeah. So, but you all succeed. Crossbow bolt land all around you, but they're a little bit like they frighteningly loaded them and shot them after what had just happened, so they were a bit distracted. For the sake of brevity, you all are running to the manor. We'll say you're able to get to the manor in that time on your next turns. Edmund's kind of looking at all of you, and he says, "Right, so where do we go from here?"
Anywhere.
And I will say,
here.
the two of you, Cuinn and Maewyn, you before you split, Rosie and you did say, meet them at the Horned Toad.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I feel like we have a meeting point. I feel like we should.
Hey, Cuinn and Maewyn, before that attack, the party was going pretty normally, right?
Yeah. We'll talk
Yeah.
about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Get
let's
out of
get
here first. Priority.
Right. Did they say where to meet them?
The Horned Toad.
Horned Toad.
Right, where's that?
I was hoping you would know where it is.
Well, I've never been here before.
I'm a tourist.
We can ask somebody, right?
Yeah.
You all just start
Well,
running away.
I saw Chad in there. Should we grab Chad?
Oh wait, where's Chad?
We should grab Chad before we leave. I don't know if Chad wants to embrace.
Listen, all right, you get to the.
Chad, I'll meet you.
Cuinn doesn't look
Okay.
good. You all get to the Horned Toad. I'll stay
right.
behind for Chad. All right, Flint, they need you. Go with them.
Oh, do you guys need me?
Can anybody heal? Can anybody make me feel better?
That's not something I can do, Mike. Sorry.
All right, let's get out of here then.
Let's get out of here right now.
Flint, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make a decision for you. What are you doing?
Flint, come with us.
I'll come with you guys.
right. They need someone above 3 feet. And,
I am
I'll
4
make
and a
sure
half feet.
I'll make sure I get Batty on the way out.
We'll cut to that here in just a minute. But as this continues, Chad, you're still standing here. Once again, just for the sake of brevity, these people are outnumbered. Eventually, the free miners are either all incapacitated, a couple of them do surrender. And Victor, at this point, when this happens, finally sheaths his rapier after seeing what's going on and just kind of looks around. And he kind of looks around and he says, "All right, well, looks like a couple dozen desperate motherfuckers wanted to try their hands tonight." He walks over to the nearest free miner, who's kind of like kneeling with a rapier to his throat, with his hands behind his back. He immediately kicks him in the chest, knocking him prone on the ground. And as I just kind of describe this scene, you tell me if Chad does or says anything.
Mm-hmm.
He kicks him down. The man falls back onto his back. Victor doesn't take out his own rapier, takes the rapier from the man guarding him, and points it to his throat on the ground. And he says, "All right, what was this about then?" And looks up at him. "Grieva came here to make pact, truce, to ask for forgiveness. You all spat in our face You killed her. You think we weren't watching our own leader? Victor kind of laughs at this one. Well, you weren't watching the first one very closely, were you? And he kind of digs his rapier a little bit. And he kind of like has a funny like thought come to his head. He points over and he says, do you know who that is? And he points over to you, Chad. And the free miner looks up. No? And Chad and Victor kind of laughs, and he says, that's the man that took the head of Forval. And yet you tell me you care about your leaders. The man kind of like, his eyes go wide, and you see a couple of the others who have surrendered, like their heads have been down, and they kind of like look up.
I just like cross my arms and do the like try to look serious and like mean kind of thing.
Roll an intimidation
really,
check.
like...
Roll an intimidation check.
Oh, it was almost good. That's an 8.
8. He's just kind of like, he's more intimidated by the situation than you, but you're not.
Yep.
You're not necessarily a lack of intimidation. He's just kind of staring at you. And then Victor says, all right, here's the deal. I really enjoy hurting people. So believe me when I say that causing your death to last weeks would be nothing short of a pleasure for me. Or I can skewer where you stand. What you have to do is tell me who sent you, how many are left, and whether or not these attacks on the caravans are going to continue. Man kind of shakes his head. The attacks on the caravans weren't done by us. Well, they were. We don't consider them free miners. They're goody two-shoes who ended up growing a conscience. That wasn't us, and we tried to explain, but you imbeciles wouldn't hear us. So you want to know who sent us? Well, I did. After Griva, it's me. And this is the last of us. After we had the split due to the disagreement about the caravans, we were all that's left. So we tried to come and join you, give you more numbers. Then you killed, betrayed. So, we made our final attack. We did it right when you were the most vulnerable. And it didn't help you at all, did it? Spits again. And he looks over at you, Chad. Victor does. He says, what do you think, Strongjaw? Is this man telling the truth?
I mean, this is all that's left of them. I believe there'd be more, so if they split in two, it makes sense to me.
I agree. He just sticks the rapier right into the man's throat. The man starts to gurgle and grasp at the wound on his throat in silence as his vocal cords have been severed, and he slowly stops clawing at the wound until eventually he fades away. Victor takes the rapier, tosses it to the man who had been holding it earlier, and then looks over everybody else. He sees the two other free miners that had surrendered. Kill them! Immediately, both throats are slit from the men holding them as they just fall to the ground. Victor kind of walks over to you at this point, puts a hand on your shoulder. It's a shame, really. I was really looking forward to see what you were capable of.
Yeah, you know, it's been a dream of mine to fight in those games, so I'm really kind of sad that that didn't work out. But maybe next time, or maybe I can have another chance at some point. Well, I mean, we'll see, you know. But yeah,
well,
I'm a little disappointed.
He kind of looks around. Well, I don't mean to speak for Roderick, but Tournament of the Underdogs didn't happen. Definitely means it still could.
For real, I'll have to follow up with him or someone else that might do it again. But we could talk. That's not important right now.
Listen, I told you that we had a job for you.
Yeah. Yeah. You mentioned that.
Tonight's been enough. Come back tomorrow. Just sometime before sundown. I'll be around. Warren will as well, and we can give you the details.
Cool. Come back to the place that Chad remembers, but I don't. The tavern that they were both in.
No, to here. This is Warren's home.
Oh, to here. Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome to stay and finish the drinks and food along with the rest of the men. Whatever you want, just get a hold of us sometime tomorrow.
Cool. Yeah. Sounds good. Might grab something to go, but yeah.
I don't really care. You can walk away now.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Have a good night.
And as you walk away, Edmund is currently like standing a little bit out of the courtyard. And as soon as he sees you, he like waves his hand towards you.
I'll just be like, you don't
and
know
he,
me.
And he just immediately starts to like do something else. But he pretends to be like, there's a wounded person who is being tended to kind of off to the side. He pretends to kind of like be watching that like emotionally. And as you approach, he doesn't turn or say anything to you. He just under his breath just goes, "Orange Toad."
I'll just kind of nod. I'll go over to the table, like grab a couple things and just like casually.
As you're grabbing things, he turns and he starts to walk away, and then you're kind of trailing him by about 15-20 feet.
Cool.
And while all this is going on, we cut back to our friends Rosie and you, Pentwing, as the two of you are currently walking through the streets of Barrington now that you have gotten out of the manor. I think at the end of the last session, we had just gotten you out of the manor. The two NPCs who you had saved, who were not a part of your group, were very thankful, but immediately left and dispersed. Cad then starts walking and showing the four of you, the two of you, Gilmarie and Warren, the direction to the Horned Toad. As you were walking, Warren is holding your hand, not in a childish way, just in like at one point when you guys had kind of had to like stop to let a guard pass, he had grabbed your hand and just had never let go from that moment. And Gilmarie is walking, if you would let her, probably a couple feet behind everybody with just her head down. If you don't, then probably just like right off to the side, but as close to the back as she can with just her head down, just kind of like barely paying attention to what's going on.
Yeah, I think I let her be behind everybody. Yeah.
Do you do or say anything on this journey as you walk, or do you kind of just traverse in silence?
As we're like walking, whatever we're passing, I would probably just be like very lightly but quietly like talking to myself and be like, oh yeah, I gotta go visit them the next time.
Yeah.
I gotta go pick up some linens at the as we're just like I'm just making some noise, but not really important.
What about you?
You is pretty stricken, and I think being pretty quiet and somber in the moment, and holding Warren's hand in a warm way, and just like feeling the loss that we've had.
Sure. As you continue to walk, there's a man a little bit ahead of you who's on the street. Rosie, you immediately recognize this man as One-Eyed Henry. One-Eyed Henry is a Some rumor him to be a former priest. Rosie, you actually know that to be true. A former priest of Dune who, due to his obsession over the banishing and his like weird theories, people kind of like deemed him crazy, and that led him to become a bit of an alcoholic, which led him to become actually a bit crazy, which led to his like removal from the church, which led to his homelessness, which led to the man who now kind of just preaches basically chaos, conspiracy on the streets of Barrington. And as you approach, you hear him kind of like spewing the same thing. And he just is looking around at everyone who's walking around, and he says, as he starts to get approach, and that's why we must all be ready. Dune has his plans for us, but he is only one entity. It will not be enough for the rest of time, and he is trying to prepare us, children. We must listen to his words. And people are just kind of like immediately ignoring him. Some people are being a little like outwardly mean towards him, not touching him or hurting him or anything, but just kind of like scoffing at his existence. That's like as coherent as he sounds in what he just said, and then he kind of like goes into kind of like goes inward onto himself and just starts saying basically gibberish that you can't really make out. And as you continue to pass, he looks over at you, Rosie, and he says, yes, I know you. I know you, right?
Oh, hello, Henry. It's me. It's Rosie.
Rosie. Oh, that's right.
Oh, hello.
Rosie, are you ready?
Always, almost always, yes.
Going to happen, you see it.
Oh.
It's going to occur.
Mm-hmm.
You know that, right?
What are we talking about?
And you see him kind of like, his eyes go wide for a second.
Uh-oh.
And you see, Rosie, his good eye completely start glowing in this white color. His other eye, which has kind of been sewn shut by skin over the years, opens, and a white glow emits from it. And you see his jaw just kind of open, slack. And words start to come out of his mouth, but his lips and mouth do not move. And you hear a voice that is different from One-Eyed Henry. A deep, ancient voice. Do not leave your youngest's side. They have a large role to play, and so do you. The returning is at hand. And then the next thing you know, you blink, and he's not even making eye contact with you. He's just kind of looking back inwardly. You didn't notice this. He didn't even acknowledge Rosie's existence from your perspective. And as soon as you kind of blink and this happens, what do you do, Rosie?
Well, first I'll like look to see if anybody like is noticing.
Everyone is continuing straight, and honestly kind of like maybe even just out of like guilt or whatever, almost even avoiding looking at One-Eyed Henry.
Okay. A little too loudly, I'm gonna be like, "Oh no, not today, Henry. I can't come to the temple today to help you, but maybe later, maybe some other time. I'll see you later." And I'll like
make a religion check at advantage for me, Rosie.
At advantage? Okay. Ooh, that's a nat 20 plus 3.
Nat 20. With a nat 20, you know what the name The Returning has significance.
Okay.
1,000 years ago, according to the mythology that you prescribe to, Dune came forth from beyond the God Gates and banished all of the deities that had held power over the material plane and other planes for so long, due to their very very comparable to the way the Greek gods and goddesses kind of treated their worshippers as more of a tool and a trick, servants. And because it had gotten to that point, and even more so, the Divine Blight was created, and these creatures and entities and horrors came into the material plane and almost destroyed the world of all of humanity, all of humanoid-anity. And the only thing that stopped that was this resurgence of Dune, and the banishing of all of these deities. However, it has been prophesized by a few priests over the past millennia, including One-Eyed Henry. What he was obsessed over, what ended up getting him kicked out of the priesthood, was the returning, which is prophesied to be the returning of all of these deities that were once banished, and the destruction of Dune, and the return of Tayaroth to this horror-ridden, chaotic land. And that has been something that has been tossed around in circles over the past millennia, but is almost always rebuked and denied. But that is what they're returning.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've been alive long enough to, you said this has been happening, I've been hearing this, or this has been a prophecy that has kind of been
the whole time, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so then the meaning, or the impulse behind the okay, Henry, for sure, yeah, is oh fuck, now above all else, with everything that's been happening and everything that is happening, I feel like I'm a little more inclined to believe it. So it's gonna, it's hitting me.
Especially with, it definitely makes you think of the visions that you has told you that they have had.
Yeah.
So,
and I have one too?
I think...
Or did I dream that?
I think you had a dream. I think you had a dream.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. I'm the DM, I should know.
No, it's okay.
Pretty sure you had a dream.
Yeah. Whoa, I took so many notes last time.
I had a dream.
Yeah. Okay.
And so you just kind of act like nothing had happened, and you just keep going, following Cad, right?
But I'm keeping.
But it's in your head. It's in your brain.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know again.
So you all eventually make your way to the. Let's see here something. Hold on.
Oh, I would like to scurry to you and grab their hand on the other side, so it's like a little chain of me and Warren and you.
Amazing. I love that. Yeah. So you continue on, and eventually you make your way to the Horned Toad. The Horned Toad is a little bit more whereas the Flowing Flagon is obviously a very rough and tumble part of Barrington. The Horned Toad is a much more wholesome establishment, or at least it tries to be. And as you enter, you see that it's somewhat later in the evening, but there are still some tables that have some people kind of talking and laughing around them. Cad kind of looks to the four of you, and he says, all right, yes, so if you guys want to, grab a table, I'll go talk to Troy over there and get us some food and drinks and maybe some lodging for the evening, if that's all right.
Oh, that sounds great. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So hospitable. God,
well, of course, it's the least I can do for saving my life a second time.
Yeah, well,
I'm just really glad that Quinn's not here, because I'd have to get you each separate rooms. Okay. and he turns and walks towards the bar to this human with this kind of like sandy blonde hair that's a little bit short and shaggy, a little bit older looking. There's some small streaks of silver that can be seen. Big handlebar mustache. And he goes up and approaches and starts talking to this man. And the rest of you kind of gather at table. Maybe push a couple together, because you know the rest of your party members are in tow. Gilmarie sits in silence, just immediately slumps and looks down at the table and is zoned in on some knot in the wood. Warren lets go of your hand, and sits at the table and just kind of like puts their hands up on the table and puts their chin down, and just kind of looks off into the distance a little bit. Both of them seemingly just so much has happened that their brains are just kind of on, like almost just kind of like going through the motions.
Mm-hmm. I'll look at you and Warren and be like, oh, we rarely go out as a family. Isn't this fun?
And Warren doesn't say anything. And one thing I will say for Ian is just because you weren't here in the last session, this is definitely something that you've noticed Rosie doing in the last 12 hours. As soon as Rosie found as soon as you found the dead bodies of your family members, Rosie immediately went upstairs and started folding laundry. And that kind of vibe has continued. This just like denial almost of what the gravity of the situation truly is, at least from your perspective. That's kind of how it's coming across.
Yeah.
So that is something that like, this is not like, it is surprising and it is weird, but compared to the past 12 hours, kind of something you would expect Rosie to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, Warren sits in silence.
Yeah. You is confused and almost kind of visibly hurt by this like denial of what's happening.
After a minute, after a minute, Kat kind of comes back and joins you and brings over a couple pitchers of ale and some mugs. He didn't really know what else to get. And you all kind of sit and continue to drink in somewhat silence, and only a few more minutes go by, relatively, and Cuinn, Maewyn, and Flint join you. And the three of you, as you walk into this horned toad, only maybe like one or two other tables other than your party members exists, but you do see them kind of gathered with a couple pushed together tables and seem to currently be just kind of sitting and sipping in silence. Maybe Rosie's talking, I don't know.
Oh yeah, she's definitely like going on and on about like, oh, remember that time we went to this one restaurant and you got those things and you loved them? Do you think they have those here? Like, just
rambling.
Hey, Cuinn and Maewyn, think we should let them have their like a family moment?
Did you see Kat sitting there?
Kat's not.
Give me Kat's there.
You're right. Let's get over there.
We should probably tell them what's going on.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Hey.
You made it. How was the fight? Where's
It was more of a fight than we expected.
Chad's not there, is he?
You still have an arrow.
Chad is not there yet, no. Also, I do think, we told you about the spell slots. I also think you've used... Didn't you use all of you's lay on hands as well? Because you removed...
I don't remember.
You definitely did 5 because you removed the poison condition. And then I thought you at least used a couple others, but maybe not.
I think it was just that, but I can't
maybe
remember.
you did.
Yeah, no, not you. You is in the character with their lay on hands.
Yeah, I think you specified that. You as the DM specified that. So
Oh,
that's why I don't
okay.
remember.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
but
gotcha.
I think I did use.
I would say you probably, we're going to go ahead and give you 5 left. You probably have 5 lay on hands left. So you start the day with 15, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, you would have 5 left.
As people come in, you still kind of like in shock.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Can I do like a perception or medicine check or investigation maybe to see like if I would visibly know that like Cuinn was hurt?
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
We got a Band-Aid.
Yeah, you know Cuinn. You know Quinn's hurt.
Cuinn will tell you.
Auto pass. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
As if just like going through the motions, because he was just like just very like intentional movement, but like heavily dissociating. Like,
yeah,
just
for
like,
sure.
Kind of like silently goes over to Cuinn and like puts hands on and just gives like a gentle squeeze to impart that like 5 HP of lay on hands.
Yes.
Lots of internal feelings of like, I just committed myself to a deity, but like what, like the classic, like if there is a god, why would there be this cruelty
in
the world?
Yeah.
Yikes.
So yeah, any like open wounds and you know the big bruises start to kind of heal on you, Cuinn, and it's more so like you're now just like very stiff and like sore internally. Yeah, but definitely don't feel like you're on death's door anymore.
You guys missed the fight. Then you guys didn't see any of that. You guys.
Wow.
You
no,
and then
did Chad win?
I think by default, yeah.
The door opens. Chad did not win. No.
Oh, he did. Oh.
And you see Edmund and
he did?
no, you see Edmund, and then like 5 feet later, Chad walks in.
Oh my God, Chad!
Right, the free miners attacked the hangman.
Yeah.
At least that's what Chad told me.
Yeah.
Oh. That's a fight?
Huh?
Yeah. Fired a bunch of crossbows at everybody.
Yeah, they
Into
like
the crowd.
Yeah, just
they
into the
snuck
crowd,
and just
right?
like open fired. Yeah.
It's a good thing you guys weren't there. I don't think you
my
guys
dude.
need to witness anymore.
It was
Oh,
something. But
Scary.
how adventurous.
apparently though, that was only like half, or what was once half of the free miners, but they're all dead now. And it's the other half of the free miners that are still around and helping Sylvia. There's apparently like some internal group separation.
I'll immediately with that information like look to see if I can see if Gilmarie is reacting to any of this or like what her if she's like engaging.
When she says that thing about the split, and even just in hearing Sylvia's name, she kind of like looks up and then just back down.
Cool.
That's the most reaction you've seen from them.
So how many would that leave left of the free miners? Like how many attack the fight?
I mean, I think there was like a couple dozen, but I don't know how many. That was like all that was left, so I don't know if that was like actually half or there's like closer to like 30, 40, and like this is how many are left out of the half, and I don't know.
I'm a numbers guy. So
That's fair. I'm not, so.
I need you all to know that not all miners are like this.
Oh, that yeah. Uh-huh.
I didn't think that, but thanks for clarifying. Yeah, that's good to know. Be sure.
I hate miners, but for different reasons. They're usually just so dirty, you know.
Hey Cuinn, can I have a quick talk with you?
Yeah.
Hey. Do you really mean that about miners?
Well, I mean, they come out of the mines. No, you're not like fresh out of them. It was a joke, Flint.
Oh, okay.
You are kind of leaving a dirt trail behind you, though.
Turn around. Okay, I'm so sorry. Next time, just let me know. I won't be offended.
I'll give you a wink if I'm telling a joke.
Okay, good. By the way, I gotta admit, not a funny joke.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
A tear will roll down. Yeah, a lot of people died back there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly free miners, but there was still some casualties outside of just like, it was just like party goers, so I don't know how involved they were and everything. They didn't seem involved, but But yeah, I didn't get to fight in the tournament, so.
I think
Victor said that I still had a
fight.
shot to get into the games though, so I'm gonna go talk to Roderick at some point and like see if I can still like get that spot. But yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't want to keep you from your dreams, but be careful.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Roderick seems like a good guy.
yeah, Roderick seems okay.
But Victor doesn't.
No, right.
That I agree with. I mean, he's he's a shady dude.
I mean, as far as I know, none of us have any information about Roderick that would make us question his...
maybe...
Yeah.
Roderick may not be on the up and up.
Huh?
Well, why do you say that, Cuinn?
It was this whole... He might be part of a secret animal cult that sacrifices people to a god's hound. Or something.
An animal cult? What is that?
And I assume that
They just like animals.
So do you all inform them of the meeting that occurred?
Yeah. Not that necessarily who I was portraying. You know, I leave that part out of it. That they exist.
Why is everything animal centric?
It's weird.
It's weird.
Well, Rosie would know that Malar, the god that they are supposedly working for or towards, is an evil god that thought that nature was superior to all of humanity and should be taking over. And so
I do know that.
That could be the connection.
So no one, just so I asked Chad's questions correctly, no one mentions that Cuinn was portraying the wolf successfully?
Unless one of the Pintwees says it, no.
Oh, I have forgotten that.
Okay, great. I just want to make sure.
I will not be divulging. I'm very distracted.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
But I will say the thing about, the Mylar thing, Malar thing about the animals, and maybe that's why they like animals so much. Flint, do not become a part of that cult, or any cults for that matter.
I will dedicate my life to eradicating all of these animals.
My question is how were you in this meeting?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
Did
Snuck
they
in,
just like
stood in the back.
Well, we just kind of walked in, and
Acted like we knew what we were doing.
My
It's all about
worked?
confidence.
my son was there.
insight check?
All right, what is that? What'd you just say?
Who?
You, Rosie. You said your son was there?
Oh, yeah.
Your
I
son?
don't
Your
think he
son's
wanted
involved?
to be. No. Darius is a good boy.
Darius.
Well, I don't mean to question your judgment, but it kind of sounds like he's involved.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't think
he's-
he wanted to be because he did tell us to
He
leave.
wanted to be.
He didn't want you to be
Oh.
there.
That's
Whether
what
he wanted to be or not, he was.
Gilmarie steps up and she's the one that says that. She says he wanted to be.
How do you know that?
I could tell from the way he was reacting and talking with Samuel. He wanted to be there.
I know what it looks like when somebody believes in something. That's what it looked like.
Darius has always just cared about climbing the ladder, Gilmarie. Or Rosie. So he's gonna do whatever he can to make that happen, and I think that that's what... I'm not saying he's a bad kid, but...
Misguided.
Misguided. Good word for it.
I just don't understand. I don't think that I don't think that's how we raised him. But wow, I'm believing maybe we should never have gone on that trip. Seems like a lot can happen. Maybe I should okay. All right, well, there you have it.
Just
Got a bad boy son.
Alright, well that answers...
Darius get you in? Is that how?
Yeah, but how
Well,
did
yeah,
the
you
barley
guys-
kettles get in there?
We're small.
Well, you put those things on.
You but what? So you
Ma-
just
everybody was wearing
Well,
masks. Yeah, we all wore masks.
Yeah, we had the right
we're-
ones on.
Yeah, he had a big wolf one.
Oh.
Thank you, Warren.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was gold like the rest of them.
Yeah.
All right.
You
Sorry,
pretended
you made
to
us
be
some
the,
masks.
the wolf.
Hey, you did do
Do
what
you
you
know
do
the
to
wolf?
get by. No.
Inside check.
Deception check and insight check.
I would like to roll an insight check too on that.
Bring
Alright,
it.
those are just 2 insight checks though, so they're
Very
only allowed.
interested.
May
Did
has
20?
probably also been just glancing over at Cuinn. Just
21
Damn it.
17.
30-20.
plus 7.
Yeah, doesn't seem like he knows. Seems like he
Quinn's
doesn't
a
know
good
about the wolf.
performer.
Okay.
How did you?
Well, I mean,
Well,
we did
we
see
found
that
out-
thing.
we
Yeah,
found
right.
out
We
the
did see
wolf
that thing
and
about the journal.
lion and the art,
Oh,
and,
you just
yeah,
said
kinda
like
put two and
something
two
about
together.
the.
Did I make
Money or something?
the wolf mask or?
You made a wolf mask. You did not make the golden wolf mask that he
yeah.
disguised, that he changed it
Yeah, I
into
can-
when he joined the party.
Well,
Okay, but
well, wow. I mean,
he can-
kudos to you.
He made
for-
it look like.
He made it
Made
look like the others. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the more ornate
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah. I mean,
So
good
they-
job. That's impressive that you were able to pull that off, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, this is the wolf." I mean, wow.
Wow.
I've
I
seen
can
some
blend
good
in,
performances, Cuinn. That was one of the best.
Thank you. I can blend in most situations.
Yeah. I mean, that comes in handy, I'm sure.
So they just
Impressive.
they didn't seem like they had too much security if all four of you walked in. So it gives
No,
us
actually no security at all.
Yeah.
So,
I should-
Must
I
have
should-
relied on their secrecy, I guess.
You said there was still one like main animal person missing though, like but they were all there except those. Well, technically the two, if like you were the wolf.
There were 3 seats that were empty. Presumably 2 for the lion and the wolf, and 1 that you do not know.
So we know all but one of these animal cultist people. What golden animals? I don't know. We should like have a cool name for like the
Well,
group
it
of them.
was like
The
Did you hear it?
Animalia.
Animalia.
Oh, they're the Anamalia
Animalia.
and Yep,
Animaniacs.
Just keep practicing.
Animaniacs. Got it. Okay,
Animaniacs.
God damn it.
interesting.
Maniac.
So this is like
Yeah,
a
I
big
mean,
thing then. I mean, if
I
they're
mean,
here and
Roderick
Bayhoff
and Frida are both part of it. Cad. I mean, they tried to kill Cad.
And then
Sorry, Cad.
exactly, like no one has asked about Cad. No, and so Cad
Oh.
kind of speaks up in this moment, and he says, "Yeah, well, all right. What I saw was, yes, This is everything from my perspective. Okay, I never go to those things. I've heard about them before, but I've never really wanted to join in on whatever is going on with the two of them. Frida came to me though, and she seemed really scared. Kept talking about how Roderick was pushing buttons where he shouldn't be, and how she had gone in too deep, and she had regrets. I didn't know what it meant, but she asked me to accompany her to the party, and that's what I did. And I hated being there. It didn't fit me at all, but well, I noticed at one point that she had stepped to the side with Roderick. And you know, I thought, all right, well, this is the perfect time for us 3 siblings to hash things out and, you know, kind of find out what's going on here. So, well, I walked into the room, and they were putting on these golden masks, and I walked in, and Roderick was praying to this Malar character,
Oh my goodness.
and I don't know, he panicked. He hit me upside the head with a good one there, and well, I kind of blacked out for a second, and I came to and was tied up, and the two of them were arguing over what to do with me. Frida kept saying, you know, he's your brother, he's your brother. Roderick said that it was more than family, and that the search had to continue, and that if I were to stop the search, everything could be for naught. And so he said to put me with the others. And Frida looked at me and she said she was sorry, and she started crying, and she left. And Next thing I remember, I'm putting there with you two. And he looks over at Gilmarie and Warren. There's a couple others. We're taken down by this secret staircase. And we were brought into this room, and, well, the rest you know about. Seems like Rita got involved in all of this, and now she doesn't want to be involved anymore, and I don't know what to do about that.
Wow.
I'm sorry to hear that, Cad.
Me too.
Yeah.
Seems like you're all involved now too, so unfortunate as well.
Yeah.
Well, at least we have each other.
I wouldn't say I'm quite involved as the rest of everyone.
Okay.
I'm probably the most involved now. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely you're
Yeah, it's not. Yep,
for
you.
sure. It's definitely you.
You're
You.
basically a
Yeah.
hanged man.
Well, I am one now.
Oh.
I'm supposed to meet them tomorrow for my next assignment.
Congratulations,
Oh.
I guess. Oh, no? Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, is it something we need anymore? The whole reason I was gonna infiltrate it was to know who these people are that had all these animal names, but we kind of seem to know who they are now, except a couple. So, but also I feel like if I don't show up, I don't
On the
know.
line.
Well, I don't think they know I know you guys. I think I'm still.
But if you're with us and they come searching for you, we don't want to just get rid of you. We don't want to just toss you out on the street.
I appreciate that. I don't want to be tossed out on the street.
We
Well,
can
we
say
won't.
that we
Cloak?
just met.
Did you get your cloak back?
Damn it!
Yeah, you did.
I did.
when you brought them the head?
Yeah, I think Victor gave it to you, didn't he?
Did he give it
No.
to me?
If I
At the
didn't
party?
if I didn't specify that, yeah, when he met you outside, when you met Warren, he handed you your cloak. At least he should have.
I mean, the free miners had people following us.
If I didn't say that, it's a retcon, and we'll say he did.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So yeah, I did. I got back my cloak, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you
Well-
can just be like, "Hey, this isn't for me. I'm gonna leave."
They're a local gang. You can at least move cities and be fine.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm a little
Ask for
worried
transfer.
because I think Victor specifically wanted to kill me at some point.
Oh,
Still
100%.
does.
Yeah.
Don't.
So
don't.
if you could
show
put
up
in
to
a
him.
good word for me,
I
know-
won't. I don't.
How does this work?
I mean, I told him I didn't know
doesn't.
you, so if I'm suddenly like,
what-
"Hey, remember that guy? You
That's a
should be
good-
nice to him."
that's a
He
good
might be
point.
a little.
It's a
you
great
know.
point. I didn't consider.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
The free miners had people following us, and they found us. And what happens if the hangmen find out about
true.
this?
It's becoming increasingly obvious that maybe Barrington is not as safe as I once thought.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
I think
Yeah.
we should get out.
maybe
I
we
know-
should leave for a little, go on a little vacation. Or
I
something.
know a good place in Gora Hold.
All right, well, the rest of you can run if that's what you feel like doing, but I'll tell you what. Tonight I learned from the rest of you that there are a bunch of people being taken as the slave labor and
That's
used by these people to find some tomb in the Forshee mines. And I, for one, am not going to stand for it. And so I'm going to do what I can to stop it.
Could find the tomb.
I have a lot of experience finding things in mines. Maybe we could find the tomb first.
True.
It
That might
sounds
be a
terrifying.
place to lay low for a little.
It would get us out of the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
We could do some
towards
good
a
while we
tomb.
get out of the city.
I could just show up
Yeah.
tomorrow and get a mission and say cool, working on it, and then
And then go.
Mm.
go. So he's not following me, you know.
What if you show up and he's like, "Hey, come here. We're doing something right now."
Yeah.
What would it
Maybe
I-
he's not.
Tell
I
them you
can-
have a family emergency.
Yeah, I can call and say.
How many
They
days
seem
sick
like-
leave do you have?
I don't know.
Are there
I
benefits?
think I got
You didn't
Do they
sign a
cover dental?
contract?
details.
This is not,
Not
how
yet,
This is
no.
not good business.
be? Any 401k matching? Or
I mean, I expect.
Get a,
Much
a
from them,
referral
but-
bonus.
give you stock options?
I'm sure there'd be some kind of referral if I brought in, more. But
All I know is
I
that we should not. I apologize, Rosie. I'll let you finish in just a second.
No,
but-
I don't want Chad to. Yeah, you're good.
Well, all I know is that if they have a member on the Barrington Council, like you said, then we can't trust anyone in the Lucian Guard to take care of this.
No.
That's very true.
What do you think, Gil? Should we get out for a little bit?
I didn't hear much, because I was mostly with the free miners, but when I was out captive in the manor with Warren, they kept talking about how soon, once they found what they could find in the tomb, that they would own this city. And already their influence has spread so far, and for the first time she looks up and makes eye contact with me. And she said, I failed my family, failed this city, I've made mistakes, and I'm done failing. And so I'm not gonna let these corrupt, evil people take over the city where I raised children. And I'm gonna fight. So I think we should be smart, but I'm not leaving. And if I'm the only Pentwee that stays, I'll understand.
Mama Gil's right. There's a poison that's seeping into this world, and I don't know if Doom is enough to stop it, and I don't care. But I think we can do something. And before any more families get hurt, we have to do something. I want to do something.
Rosie, I see wanting to protect your family, and I don't blame you, but I think I feel the same. We need to do something.
Well, I like to do things. So it seems that maybe we could all just be a family and protect the city.
Can't adopt
Really?
all of us.
Well, I'm not trying to yet, so
Cuinn, stop.
I
love the difference between the
if
twins.
we're all gonna fight, then I will fight alongside you.
And you have my axe.
That's amazing. First of all, you have a Warhammer. Maewyn and Cuinn, I want you to make perception checks for him.
14.
Nat 20.
With a 14, you don't notice anything other than what's going on around you. With a nat 20, one of the remaining tables in this establishment has one person sitting at it. And this is a person that you were raised with.
Oh.
You see Gelbrick's Silver Step just watching this whole thing go down. They're not within earshot. They've not heard anything.
But they see us.
But they see you, yes.
I'm gonna just elbow Cuinn really hard.
But you have an axe, not a.
And just like I'm clearly looking in.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are twins. You got twin speak. She looks over in a direction. You look over, and you see Gelbrick's there as well.
Well, we should leave immediately, everybody. I think that we should maybe get out of here right now.
Yeah.
What? Why?
Why?
Let's just say Cuinn and I can explain it to you later, but we should go.
Okay.
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 I immediately
And then I'm gonna-
We have no. Wait. Hold on. We don't have a place to go. Where are we going?
Straight to the mines.
What?
out of here.
I guess we could go. Well, there is no. Okay, well, we need to know where we're going.
It was like
Is Gelbrix? He's looking at us?
I mean, occasionally he's not just staring intently at you. He has a meal in front of him, and he has a ale that he's been sipping on, but he's just watching. He's aware of your existence.
I mean, is there like another tavern if we're not staying here? I thought you said Cad got us rooms. Is this? I mean, what?
We go to the
rooms.
Yeah.
He's gonna like whisper to May and be like, "He's already seen us, Meg."
No, I know. Maybe we should. Fuck.
Are you guys okay?
No.
Should we talk to?
Question.
I'm very
Yes.
confused.
For minor illusion,
Yes.
it says you create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration. Could I actually create something as expansive as like us at the table?
For minor illusion, no.
No, okay.
It's a 5 foot by 5 foot thing.
Yeah.
And it's also, I think it says something about like simple or something like that in the.
Okay. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good.
Why don't? Do you guys want to maybe meet? You want to go up to the room and Quinn and I will meet you there?
Yes, that sounds good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got us 3 rooms.
We each didn't get our own rooms.
See, I told you guys. And he puts down the keys for rooms 4, 5, and 6.
I'll grab.
All right, I could use a nap.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe all of us meet in room 5 in like 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, maybe if we're not there in 10 minutes, come check on us.
We're probably dead. But
All right, I don't like this. What's going on here?
Let's go upstairs. We'll
What
do
is
this. But if we're not
happening?
there, come to next time.
Let's go upstairs. It's time for bed.
Mom, why are you being so weird?
I'm just gonna go get a snack at the bar, but I'm gonna stay down here. I'm still confused, but I'm also hungry, so.
Okay.
I have to go to the bathroom so bad, so I'll be upstairs.
Okay, great.
All right, yeah, I'll meet you all upstairs.
Let's go.
He just kind of nods his head and just
Can I
walks.
look at Warren before he goes away and be like, "Hey, Warren,
Looks over at you.
you did great today."
Thanks. I think so too. He kind of walks with his chin a little bit higher as he walks forward.
I'll pull Gilmarie with us too.
Yeah, I mean, she literally, like, not dragging her, but it is like almost every step of the way you have to remind her that she exists as you like pull her along. Yeah.
Relatable.
I just get a big old plate of food because I'm actually hungry and confused and I don't understand. So I just like.
Flint Edmund races you to the bathroom because he also needs to pee.
I got short legs.
all right, just hurry up.
Yeah, what he doesn't know is that I'm not peeing.
Okay, all right.
Good to know.
Matt's big secret of the campaign. He never has to pee.
All right, so what do
He's just not killing kids.
what do the barley kettle twins do?
I
do
grab
keep an
Quinn's
eye on
hand.
them, I will say.
Okay. But out of earshot.
Yeah, I don't hear anything. I just like.
But watching, yeah.
He said he was gonna die, so.
Yeah, no, for
I'm
sure.
like-
Yeah.
We gotta go over there, right?
Yeah, let's just go sit with him. Just walk up and sit at the table.
So you guys are staying here too, huh?
It's a nice place.
What are you
That's
doing
all right.
here, gal?
Oh, I think you know I am. At least I think you found out. You think I don't recognize your voice, Quinn? You made me hear it every goddamn day of your life.
I didn't know you were gonna be there.
Why the fuck were you there?
Why the fuck were you there?
Well, because... I'm not gonna get mad. Where have the two of you been?
Surprised you noticed we were gone.
Yeah. How long have we been gone?
And you see him, like, definitely, like, catch himself here. We've been gone for a couple weeks now.
Have Mom and Dad even noticed?
Typical.
They weren't the first, but they know now. And they also know that I saw you.
So you ratted us out.
I told your parents where you were.
Yeah, well, we're adults just like you. We're not going to go and tell them where you are now.
I also told them where I found you. You weren't supposed to know about what Mom and Dad really did. Not yet.
Not yet. Not ever.
Because you would
People
never
know.
Can you blame us? You never really deemed yourself trustworthy.
You never really included us in anything.
I thought you guys were just like stealing stuff.
We
not
are.
sacrificing innocent people to monsters.
Yeah,
This is
a large leap.
Okay, I didn't know that it was that involved either, okay? Not until
Well,
a couple
then
months
stop.
ago.
You didn't seem that surprised either.
You know our parents. You think I can just stop this?
Gal, we made a choice and you can too.
Yeah, I am gonna make a choice, and my choice is to stick with my family. You don't know the intricacies of what's going on, okay? They want a better world for this place.
By doing that?
One entity shouldn't have the power that Dune has. You think that one entity should control as much as that so-called God does?
Do you think that something as small as our family should decide that?
I think we should try. I think we can try, and I think that our parents, according to society's current views, have done some fucked up stuff, but they are doing it for the greater good.
I don't care, Gal. I mean,
Change
we were
doesn't
treated
have...
like family. We were not treated like family. Sorry if that
Oh,
bothered you.
boo-hoo, I'm young and didn't get mommy and daddy's love. Grow up.
That's pretty big to like a kid, man. Like,
Yeah.
Listen,
You're the oldest. You would never understand. They always liked you.
Gelbricks, Gelbricks, Gelbricks.
Are you done? Having a pity party for yourselves?
Seems like you're having a bit of a pity party too.
And you didn't even invite us.
Despite his better judgment, he laughs at that. And he kind of just shakes his head. Did you really steal Dad's watch?
No. I took what was mine. I didn't steal. Yeah, I stole it.
The only people that it's ever been kind of hard for Cuinn to lie to is family members.
May just like slowly takes the pin out of her hair. And
I've
puts
already
it in her
seen it.
pocket.
I've already seen it. Not only did you guys just leave without doing anything, you made it a statement. How dramatic could the two of you be?
We wanted to be noticed for
Yeah,
once.
we just want to be seen.
Okay, well, you were. Now come back and join your family. We need you.
No.
For what? To do this? Isn't that what I want to? I don't want to. I
What?
don't care what good it's for. I don't
Help
wanna
the
do that. I don't wanna
world?
sacrifice people. You're not
You
helping
go-
these people.
Gal, if you're doing this in the name of family, we're your family too. I know that you don't think that. I know that Mom and Dad don't think that, but we're your family too.
Two have always been different, and I've understood that, okay? I know that I can't relate to you. I know that I'm
Yeah, we don't want to murder innocent people. It's kind
They're
of
not
crazy.
being murdered. They're being sacrificed for the greater good.
Tomatoes.
Tayaroth needs to live. He needs to be here when Maewyn returns so he can become his full form.
When Cad deserves to die, Warren deserves to die, Gilmarie. We knew
These-
most of those people.
These
And
are
they
good
were
people.
trying to stop us. That doesn't make them good. That makes them bad.
Warren, how old is Warren? He's like a child, right?
He's
like
20.
A teenager.
20, barely 20.
He's like
He's-
3 years younger than we are.
Yeah,
2
right.
years. Warren is a child, all right?
So
And you're
are
just gonna
you.
sacrifice it.
You want to talk about family? These are people who have treated us more like family in the last week than you all did in 20 years.
You really, okay. You really think that people you met a couple weeks ago have your better interest at heart? How manipulative and gullible are you?
Not our best interest, the better interest of everybody. Not just themselves, not just us, not just their family.
Hey, Gal, when's my birthday?
When's mine?
I don't even know the months off the top of my head. How am I supposed to guess a date?
Listen, I understand I wasn't the best big brother. I wasn't even a big brother to you, okay? I get it. But I'm here now. And despite my better judgment, I don't want to see the two of you get hurt. So come back, or something bad happens.
Goberks, I don't even blame you. I blame Mom and Dad, and I'm not gonna have their back. I would have your back if it was just you, but it's not.
You don't know what they're gonna do if you don't come back.
It seems like they're already doing a lot. We're not gonna save ourselves for the sake of killing everybody else.
It's not everybody else, it's a select few people to keep Tayaroth alive for Maelar's return, which we are so close to. We will find Navarra's tomb soon.
What's going to happen when Tayaroth returns, or Maelar returns?
Tayaroth will reach his full form, and Maelar will be able to start gathering his strength to help the other banished deities return.
What happens to everybody here in the meantime?
They learn their place.
That's where I don't agree with you.
Of course you don't, because you want to be a free spirit. You think the world is all about how much work you can put into it, and if you can put in enough good work, you'll get some good rewards back. Well, that's not what it is. Dune has manipulated and morphed this world into something that it is not, against its better judgment. You think the divine blight was caused by Maelar and the other deities? Dune caused the divine blight. He didn't know what he took on, and he spent a millennia trying to stop it. There's another blight coming, and the only way we can stop it is with Maelar and the help of the other banished deities.
There's got to be another way. There's always other avenues to take.
Don't make us fight against you, Go.
It wouldn't be much of a fight.
Well, you haven't seen us in a while.
It's only been a couple weeks.
Batty
grown up a lot.
like bites his leg a little, probably.
Oh, what is this? What is that?
Told her to. Oh,
Badger.
That's Batty.
Always making friends with the furry thing. Listen.
Is the whole family in on this?
Some of us. The older ones.
Who? You know, you don't want to name names? You want us to trust you, or you want to, we go just mutual trust. You got to give us.
You've given me nothing.
Neither of you.
Ever.
It's Mother, Father, me, Bellatrix, and Matrix.
So what about the
so
other
just
six?
the favorites then?
The oldest, the ones who will understand. Because clearly, the youngest ones haven't formed right enough minds to see right from wrong yet. Once Mother and Father have us reach a certain age, that's when they tell us. And that was the plan for you. You weren't just going to be forgotten, you just didn't have attention for a while.
We were literally raised by the servants and the servants' children.
Okay,
You at
Mom
least
and
got
Dad
raised by
aren't.
our own parents.
Mother and Father were no trip through lily fields. You understand?
Yet you have their back.
Father abused me. Mother is a drunk.
It's like you're making our arguments for us.
Yeah, then why do you want to kill for them and fight for them?
Because I found out why. I found out why Mother is so upset with this world that she needs to have alcohol to make it make sense to her. I found out what happened to our father that made him do those things to me. I learned. You just gave up because Mommy and Daddy didn't love you enough.
You think leaving was easier than it would have been to stay?
Seemed pretty easy.
It wasn't.
It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
Then come home.
No.
You know what? Maybe we will come home. And I'll just like shoot May a twin look, like I'm about to lie.
Yeah.
I'll just like playing on and be like, Cuinn, what are you doing?
I mean, look, he's not gonna give up. There's way more of them than they could hog tie us and bring us if they wanted to. Why don't you let us get our affairs in order, and we'll meet you in the morning. You got me.
Roll a persuasion check.
I'll
I'd give you
think about it,
advantage.
Cuinn.
I'd
I'll
give you
think about
advantage with Maewyn, but he's pretty doubtful, and that would give you disadvantage. So it's just a straight persuasion.
All right.
Actually, I'll let you choose between deception or persuasion.
I think they're the same. No, deception's one. 17.
Seems like a pretty quick change of heart, Cuinn.
Look, Cuinn has talked about this before, and I'm the one who's talked about it. So I'll think about it.
All right, fine. I'll be down here tomorrow morning, ready to take the two of you home. And if you aren't here, then I won't be able to stop Mom and Dad from. And I am as your brother, your family, giving you a warning that I don't even know if you deserve. Be careful what you choose.
See you in the morning.
Takes the rest of a big swig, slams it down. He slowly walks up the stairs. And that is where we are going to take a little bio break.
I'm like real life panic.
We will be back hopefully with our Morton, and we will see you all soon. So stand up, stretch, get some water, stay hydrated, and don't go anywhere after that because we will be right back. Hello! We're back! Happy to be here. Happy to see people. As you can see, Morton has joined us. Evan is back. During the break, we filled Evan in on kind of what had happened, so that we don't have to do that live on stream here. But, yeah, we're back from break, so let's just jump right back into it. We filled Evan in, so the only thing that we're going to retcon is that along with Chad staying back at the bar, Morton stayed back as well to just kind of join Chad and keeping an eye out on the twins. So the last thing you saw was the man that the twins were talking to kind of like walks by, kind of gives you an eye, and then walks upstairs. And the twins approach you.
Can I insight check just for a vibe?
Oh yes, both. And actually, I'll go ahead and let Morton do that too, since he was there. So both of you give an insight check for while this conversation was going on. See if you could glean anything off of what was happening.
Nat 20.
Oh, well,
Damn.
I mean, with a nat 20.
I have a nat 20 block.
No.
Morton was. You just kept like looking over at Chad. You just like
Someone
kept
was
looking.
staring at Chad's ass.
yeah. Chad, with a nat 20, on an insight check, specifically insight.
Not a big deal.
Like a 24.
The way that Gilbrix would use hand motions and certain like frustrations towards the twins that he was talking about is 100% some of the stuff you would find yourself doing to your little sister. It definitely felt like an older sibling talking to a younger sibling. Do you know if they are actually siblings? No, but you know that they must have that relationship. So you get that on a nat 20. I would also say that with a nat 20, as Gilbrix is walking away, you get this sense from him that he thinks that what just happened was a failure. I would also say with the nat 20 that the way Cuinn and Maewyn were talking, they were definitely very familiar with this person. And without being able to like hear anything else, that's what you get.
Sure. Okay.
So the two of you approach.
Yeah, what's up?
Thanks for hanging out down here, guys.
Yeah.
Of course.
Who was that? If we can ask.
I think
Hey?
maybe we should tell everyone together.
Yeah, that
Should
makes sense.
we should
Sure.
probably.
Yeah.
I'll point to like the front door. Like we should
Cool.
maybe.
I just got a couple bites left, but I'll meet you guys.
Well, everyone
up
else is upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe one of you can go gather the rest, and we can kind
there.
of.
We're meeting in room 5.
No, we should.
We should maybe
exit.
just stay somewhere else.
Okay.
I'm
We'll
Okay.
explain it.
I was not paying attention. That's on me. That's on me.
Let's-
I'm sorry.
Then
What,
let's just go and tell everyone that we should go somewhere else so they hear it
Yeah,
from
I mean,
us. And we're all
Yeah,
It's
together.
gonna be a good place to just talk and then.
But
we
it's just
can-
that he kind of went upstairs too.
Yeah, well, I mean, we shouldn't talk there, but we
Oh.
can get everyone.
So I should. So we should stay.
You should finish your
Okay.
food.
Cool.
We'll be back. You won't miss anything.
Okay.
We have to kill
last word.
chat.
Morton, what did you get from all of that?
Oh my god.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, not a lot. They were talking very quietly, at least for me.
Sure, yeah.
It wander. My body kind of hurts a little. I don't know what I told you about what happened before. I might have not said anything, but I was attacked at the front of the
Oh.
mansion earlier. I got a little hit. Had to do a little field surgery on myself. But that sounds
Oh, damn.
more intense than what it was. But at the
Yeah,
time, when I was walking around, and then I just kind of like, and that kind of hurt. And also, your abs are really nice. So I also looked at that while I like turned and I was like, oh, my abs hurt. Oh, theirs looks great. And then I didn't do my
Sure.
I
Yeah.
didn't do the job. But I was ready at a moment's notice to do any fight.
Yeah. No, I mean that's all like. It's pretty understandable, you know.
Yeah. So I just
but-
wanted to, it's kind
Yeah,
of
we should. Yeah, when we get back up and have a minute, you should see if someone like Rosie or somebody can help you out. You know, a little bit more.
Does it look bad? And then I like lift up my part of my shirt to be like, is that healed? I'm at 15 of 19 health.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like looks like a big bruise at this point.
I'll like pull it up a little bit unnecessarily more and like just
Yeah.
like feel it a little bit. Yeah, I mean,
Oh my god.
I think it looks good. Okay. Healing good.
Good.
I'm just
You
jumping.
both see the bartender just.
I look at the bartender and go, oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to look as well? Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
You're looking. What does this person look like?
He has sandy blonde hair, kind of messy, big handlebar mustache.
Oh, Morton goes, it's a lovely mustache you've got there.
Thanks, grew it myself.
Clearly. I'm Morton.
I'm Troy Coppers.
Troy Coppers.
Mm-hmm.
Like for your hair.
Yeah, I guess. No, not really though.
Oh, you have lovely hair and a lovely handlebar. How long have you been the bartender here?
What?
Just how long have you been the bartender here?
Oh, probably since it started.
You've gotten a lot of people openly flirting with you here.
Is that what you're doing?
I'm going to in a moment, but I wanted to make it clear so that no one was not on the same page. You know?
Thanks, but you're not my type.
Handsome?
Annoying.
Fair enough.
Chad openly laughs.
Take it off the chin, I hold my hand out and I go, Good chat. Love your mustache.
He shakes your hand, kind of chuckles to himself, and then walks away.
Chad like claps Morton on the back. I was like, I think you almost had him. I think he was on the verge of, being interested, but
it's close. It happens.
Oh yeah.
I understand, but you live in your
There's a few other attractive people around here, but if we're leaving, I guess I won't talk them up tonight. So
the twins, the twins, you made your way upstairs?
Yeah, on our way up, I'll just sort of whisper to Cuinn. I think we have to be completely honest with them.
Do we want to get everybody involved in this? Because I feel like once they're in, maybe they kind of already are.
They're already involved, or we leave this group, and I don't want to do that.
I mean, we just know.
I guess you're right. But one thing before we talk to everyone, he did give us one important piece of information without really even realizing, and that's that we have 6 siblings who are not on their side.
Yeah, that if he was being honest, yeah.
And it could be worth finding them before Mom and Dad get into their heads too.
I do just want to clarify as the DM real quick. He didn't say what side they were on or not. He simply stated they were unaware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to make that clear.
Mm-hmm.
Only 3 of them were informed.
Yeah.
Do you think we should go to Bayhoth?
I think, at least right now, we need to get somewhere that is not this tavern, and then maybe rely on the friends that we've made to help us for once.
Yeah. Let's go talk to them. Or bring them out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and so anyway, that's when I said, I was like, listen here, all right, I don't care how long you've been captain of this ship. I'm not swabbing that poop deck.
I walk in. Hey, Edmund, the restroom's open for you.
Jesus Christ, I've been holding it for so long, I forgot I had to go. And he stands up, and as he stands up, the door opens, and both of you, or all of you, see the 2 twins walk in.
All right, everybody, stop unpacking.
No one go in the restroom for a while.
Oh,
Jesus.
My God.
What's going on?
Separate announcements. These are not related. Sorry.
You light a candle or anything before you left?
I hand Edmund my necklace of adaptation, which allows you to breathe in poisonous vapors.
We huddle up.
Yes.
I'm immediately.
Can I get Batty to try to kind of herd everyone?
All of you, a giant badger comes up to you and starts very gently nibbling on your back in the direction of the door.
What the hell?
Come on.
I love it.
I'll explain later,
Listen,
but
I hate it when we do this. Where the fuck are we going?
guys, there is somebody staying here who we need to get away from.
Who?
Fuck up!
Was that the person that was downstairs?
We will talk about it after we leave.
Maybe we should just kill them. We killed everyone else.
Okay, stop it. We're not killing anyone today.
And
We're
we're
leaving.
trying.
As all of you are talking,
We're leaving. If you guys
a door
want.
opens.
Oh my
You hear
God.
a couple footsteps as this person that 2 of you recognize very intimately and 2 of you recognize just formally kind of walks
did we
by.
go upstairs or did we stay down? Because I thought Chad was just waiting downstairs.
Okay, well then Chad's
downstairs.
downstairs.
So he's still downstairs, guys.
He walks by. All of you are kind of it's very a la Deadpool with the X-Men in the background. He walks by and all of you are just kind of sitting there staring. He just looks over, nods, and then continues.
It's the guy.
We don't. Wait, is he bad?
Gotta go.
He didn't seem like he was gonna. He knows
Let's go,
you're here.
Guys,
I'm gonna leave.
Chad and Morton are waiting downstairs. Come on.
Oh, let's go.
I'm right here.
Morton's right there.
Chad.
I followed you upstairs.
Right.
Where are we going?
Like herding cats.
All right, listen,
I'm
let's just
gone.
get out the door because I hate whispering. And Edmund walks away too.
Where are we
I think we would just lead everyone as far away from the building as we can get, and maybe see if there's another. I don't know. Do we want to find another tavern or?
I mean,
We'll say for the sake of this, all of you get out of the building.
Okay.
And you are now right outside the building.
So who is that, and why are we avoiding him like he's gonna kill
Well, we'll
us?
walk and talk.
Rosie, do you know of
Hold on.
anywhere safe that we can go to talk?
Yes.
Do you have like a friend that we could maybe
I
crash
have a
with?
lot of friends.
I figured.
I do, and I will tell you
know.
them now.
You do have a friend. So do
Somebody in a
you try to
knitting
think of
circle or
a
something?
you try to think of like will you describe the
Who
kind of
has
friend that you're
enough
thinking of?
Room? Well, someone with enough room and enough discretion, and who maybe I've talked to recently. The person that I visited before I went on my little excursion with you, and I told them all about how we were going to go on this adventure together.
Okay.
Definitely not Brenda, though. I don't want to go to Brenda.
No. This would be Miss Kettlepot.
Miss Kettlepot.
Miss Kettlepot is she's a old elvish woman to the point of being very old. Like even in her
like
elvish
real.
years, some rumor that she's been around since the banishing, but others deny that. She denies that herself, but she won't say her exact age.
A lady never tells.
But she was, I mean, even when you first started in your trainings with Dune, she was this like older woman that was already out of the priesthood, that people knew about. And she outlived her husband, and she outlived both of her children. And so Rosie kind of took it upon herself to go and visit her and like be her friend and source of entertainment. And so because of that, she does have like a big home that Rosie knows of for sure.
Yeah, so I have this friend. Her name is Miss Kettlepot. She's never told me her first name before, and I don't ask because you'll find out why if you try to, so don't. But we could maybe go that way and stay with her. She's got a lot of room, and she doesn't really care what anybody gets up to.
That'd be
Yeah,
great.
let's
Yeah,
All right.
let's go.
So as you are walking and talking towards Miss Kettlepot's house, walking and talking.
Walking and talking.
So who was
yeah.
that? Can we talk about this now? We were sufficiently walking, and I would
Yeah,
like to
spill the tea.
May, I'm just gonna lie. So if you want to take the lead.
Yeah,
At least you're
for
honest
the
about it.
truth.
I'm gonna be as quiet as I can be with everyone nearby still hearing. Quinn and I haven't been entirely truthful about who we are.
You're not twins.
We are twins.
We're twins.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't play the saxophone.
We have
Come on.
Oh,
You've
that's
seen me play.
I could play the fuck out of the saxophone.
I'm offended that you.
sorry. That's a joke, Quinn, from last time. Paid you back. Sorry, sorry, May.
It's not a funny joke.
Honesty.
So
We
that's how it feels.
come from a very powerful and very dangerous family. We ran away. We've been hiding our identities for our safety, not because we wanted to lie to you. And
It was fun.
It's like playing pretend. It was kind of cool. That was our brother.
Oh, so
Oh, your brother.
Your triplets?
No. He's a triplet.
Oh,
How many
wait, what?
siblings do you guys have then?
He is one of our eldest siblings.
Yes.
It means a
How many
triplet.
siblings do you have?
Mm-hmm.
How many siblings do we have?
Like a specific number.
There's 3 sets of triplets, and then there's you 2 twins.
We got a lot of siblings. We don't need to.
Are your
we don't-
parents
we don't need to talk about it.
geriatrics?
Wow.
That happens.
I guess we should also be honest, Oliver Quinn, about our parents. our parents are the wolf and the lion.
Right.
My God.
Right.
Don't tell Miss Kettlepot that.
Wait.
That was hysterical. Clip it.
So earlier when you said Cuinn, that you weren't and you just happened to be the wolf and they let you in, you were really impersonating a family member.
Yes, I was lying to you.
That makes a lot more sense than just.
Wow.
All right. Well, kudos for telling the truth now, I guess.
Well,
No, let's
here's the thing.
go back to that.
Well, I told you we didn't want to lie to you. But now...
It seems like you didn't want to lie to us, Maewyn. I just want to point that out.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that.
If it was up to me, I would still be lying. Just to let you guys know that.
Being kind of honesty, I don't fully condemn.
Right.
We,
How long have you known about this lion and wolfness with your parents?
we knew that that's who they were, but we had no idea what they did.
No, we put it together when we found that journal.
And
The ledger, whatever.
do they do?
Right.
Well, apparently a lot more than we thought.
Oh
We
boy.
thought they were art dealers.
Well, yeah, we thought they were our teams.
If it came down to it, would you slay your parents?
Good God.
Yes, probably.
Well, all right.
Jesus.
I don't know.
I mean, no.
That's
Hey.
a tough decision.
We're adventurers.
would.
We have to get through the tough details.
Yeah.
Have you
but-
killed your parents, Flynn? Is that like something?
No. My parents, they're both dead, but they died of natural causes.
That's
Can I do an
Your
insight
parents'
check on that?
names?
Sure. Yeah. Please be low.
No, it's 16.
Yeah, it's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you're telling the truth, right?
Yeah.
Push off the
You
cliff.
killed
I guess I should have checked in with you on that. Yeah.
I was gonna say, knowing Matt's track
Yeah.
Yeah.
for his character reveals of
True.
Oh, I don't know what to tell you, but I've killed children.
Both of my parents died peacefully of black lung.
Doesn't sound.
God. I look across to you and I say, "Are we good? Are we?" Okay. You don't. Okay.
Just
What are your
by
parents'
choosing
names?
to come with us, you guys are putting yourselves at major risk. And I purposely ignored JMO's question.
What are your parents' names?
Yeah, we
We know
told
most of
Lion
the
and
other,
Wolf.
Yeah.
but we know
Mom and
most of the other
Dad.
Anamalia. It feels like pertinent information to know their actual names.
I would like to secretly use my last spell slot to cast Zone of Truth.
All right. Make a wisdom saving throw, everybody.
Oh shit.
Well, it's
Yeah.
been nice, Quinn. we had a good run.
Oh, yeah.
I
13.
probably don't know I'm doing
And
it, but I
Angie,
am.
roll a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand. Oh, yikes.
You're rolling that
well, I
one.
That's an 8.
An 8. Okay.
You can
Yeah.
re-roll that though. I should
Oh, yeah.
remember that.
Oh yeah.
I got a 2 minus.
Well, I think we
1.
know that we're under the effect of Zone of Truth, right?
Yes.
It's just if you can resist it.
Well, you know it if you see the cast a spell. I think. I don't know if
Yeah,
in the
because
description it says.
it's somatic and
Yeah.
vocal.
I rolled a 13
17.
wisdom.
What's your spell DC? Maewyn or Rosie?
My spell DC is 13.
Okay.
Right.
So anyone with the 13 and below fails, or
Failed.
12 and below fails.
Passed.
I got a 13.
Okay, 13 meets and beats.
Thank God.
I also
Minus
definitely
1.
would recognize this because there's been many a dinner table.
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
He knows.
Yeah.
All right, so Maewyn, Cuinn, and you all passed. Chad, did you pass?
Yeah, I got a 20.
Okay.
I failed.
So just actually, I'll roll for Edmund too.
Did
Just
I kill
wait.
my parents?
So Flint and Mortimer both failed, and what is it? Saving throw, wisdom.
Yes.
Yeah.
He rolled a natural, and so Edmund failed.
Oh
as
no,
well.
it's charisma.
Oh, okay. He's better at that.
Oh, I
it's
got a
charisma?
21
I
then.
got
Yeah.
18 then.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, charisma.
He got a 15.
I
So
do.
he,
That I succeeded. I got a 21.
I succeeded then.
so everyone succeeds.
Nice trick, Rosie. I mean, hey, if that would have worked. Good job, though.
I didn't kill my parents.
Wait,
Thank God.
so
Everyone succeeded.
wait, they got to re-roll. They didn't just add the.
Oh, you shouldn't have
Because I fucked
re-rolled.
up.
You shouldn't have
I
re-rolled.
just added it.
Oh,
It's the same roll plus the charisma modifier, not wisdom.
Okay.
Didn't
Sorry.
somebody get a nat
And I
one though?
did.
Okay, so what'd you say?
Didn't people get nat ones?
Well,
I re-rolled it.
Yeah, but-
halflings can re-roll
Because
nat ones.
halflings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edmund
Okay, so-
rolled a natural one on charisma, so he fails.
I rolled a 2 minus 1 for wisdom, but then +4 or +2 for charisma.
So did you
Okay.
succeed with the old roll as well?
No.
Flint?
Yeah, I succeed.
Okay, so Edmund and Morton fail.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Everybody else succeeds.
Cool. So I'll look at Cuinn and be like, "What are their names?"
Lion and the wolf. I mean, I don't know.
But what are
I
their
don't want to tell you
names?
and put you at a lion.
Edmund Edward
Unless you-
Praetor.
Oh,
The less you know, the better,
Okay.
Rosie. I don't want to put you and your family at any more risk.
What risk would it be to just tell us their names? Why won't?
Well, if
why won't
anybody's
you just say
questioned
their
about
names?
who they are, not many people know who the lion and the wolf are.
But if there's
So
such
if you
bad-
know who they are, they will want to kill you
how will they know we know who they are?
Want to kill
because
us.
they're very good at figuring that out.
Oh,
You know, if your
okay.
brother saw us all together, we're in just as much danger. So just tell us their
Probably.
names.
And that's true. Quinn,
Wait,
I think we
have
should
to
just.
kill your brother. Is that what
Our mother's name is Arafira and our father's name is Mortimer. Our last name is Silverstep.
That's not the truth.
Arafira Mortimer Silverstep.
Can I insight check?
Are you trying to be convincing with that, Eric?
No.
Okay.
Would I?
Arafira and Mortimer Silverstep.
Would that ring? Is that too far away? Because Bayhoth is.
That would ring a bell to one person, and it is not you, Rosie.
Cool.
That would ring a very clear bell to Morton Quincy.
Damn it.
You are very aware of the Silver Steps, and you are very aware of the nefarious dealings of the Silver Steps. Not the Anamalia, but you with your background and where you are from, Mr. Hypocrite, is with what you know, you have for sure heard of the Silver Steps.
Oh, I've heard of them. Don't they suck?
Yeah.
Oh,
You suck, buddy.
what do you know about them?
Quinn,
Oh.
they
How do
do
you know
suck.
So,
I know, but
suck.
still, like, he's saying that I suck in proxy, so like.
Yeah, we don't suck.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
They didn't mean you.
Oh,
They meant.
Oh,
But you were lovely. I mean, you
Okay.
wanted to lie to us all the time.
I'm sorry. I'm having.
You've
a rough
heard of-
day.
It's cool.
The
It's
Silver
cool.
Oh,
It's all right,
okay,
you.
No,
Yeah.
I'll
It's not.
scruff
It's
them.
Mom. It's not okay.
I scruff you on the face.
Stop.
You love this.
No.
Yeah. Wait. Can we go back, Morton? How do you know them?
How do you know? How do you know? us?
I've heard of their dealings. I've literally heard of their family. I know the Silver Steps. They've done a lot of shady shit. What kind of shady shit have they done? So I can say.
You know that they are very notorious thieves.
They're very notorious thieves. They steal basically everything. It's not great. I've heard
Who are you? How do
Are
you
you
know?
from
this?
Bayhoth?
Quincy.
Are you from Bayhoth, Quincy?
On Quincy.
And once again, you know, Morton is, you know, you're under the spell, so you have to say the truth no matter what you say, but
Don't have to
You
say-
withhold.
Who's
Yeah.
a Quincy?
you can withhold.
So
yeah.
you're from Bayhoff?
Remember, I'm from Bayhoff.
You are from Bayhoff, yes, you're from Bayhoff, yeah.
Yes, I'm from Bayhoff.
Morton, then how you just heard of us?
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard to hear about that things when you.
Yeah, but not many people know that we're notorious thieves.
It's kind of obvious.
It's very much not obvious.
Your parents
you
are
have a-
art
Why is it
dealers.
obvious, Morton?
Our dealers!
They're art stealers.
You stay away from Morton from now on, okay?
I already stay away from Morton. He's
a bad boy.
We saw him.
Guys, I guess. the
I
most
don't know my
important-
past.
Oh,
Wow.
We know
Edmund.
that.
Okay.
The most pertinent thing right now maybe is that we told Gelbrix we would meet him in the morning and go back home with him, and he said that if we didn't, our mom and dad would probably kill us.
Do I know anything about Gelbrix at all?
You just know the last name Silverstone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
planning on
wait,
bouncing out of here tonight, maybe.
Yeah.
So we gotta go.
Yeah.
No one is killing any other twins in my life. I
Hey,
mean,
Warren, it's okay, bud. Come on.
oh,
No, it's okay, Mom.
no,
If anything, he would want you to be candid.
it's not okay. None of this is okay. You're right.
Oren was
gotta
most
go.
candid. You're on your way. You're walking towards Miss Kettlepot's house.
Should we not go to Miss Kettlepot now that we like kind of have?
We gotta go.
Yeah,
Can we just leave?
All right,
Can I
one at a
take a
time. One
minute?
at a time. Yes, you, Emily, go ahead.
Can I take a minute and make like a perception check and see if we're being followed?
For sure.
I try to very subtly step out of the zone of truth.
I mean, I think it's a stationary zone, so you're out of it because you guys have been
Yeah.
walking and talking.
Oh yeah, we were walking.
Do
Yeah.
not follow me.
I got a.
I don't
21.
think so, but let me look at the description of the spell.
I don't think it's when you leave.
You can walk out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just when you have to be within 15 feet.
Yeah. Any further?
Oh, as it remains within the boundaries of
A
the
creature
truth.
that
Yeah,
enters the spell's area for the first time on their turn must do a charisma saving throw.
So random civilians are just walking through the zone
Yeah.
of truth.
Yeah.
Held to-
Yeah.
but I think it just lasts 10 minutes of it, man.
It's
Once you
10
get hit
minutes,
with it.
Oh, so once it's on you, it's on you.
oh yeah, that's true.
Also,
Yeah.
I think once.
Morton doesn't know that, but he thinks he does, so he steps out of the circle.
Yeah. Well, we've not used Zone of Truth correctly then in the past.
Yeah.
Maybe once Angie gets out of 60 feet.
I was
it would
gonna say
fade,
once
though.
Angie has left the castle.
Yeah,
it should-
if I take it with me.
Once
'Cause
she
it's
gets out
15
60 feet.
from me.
But I don't think you can move.
No.
I don't think you can
No,
move.
you
it.
can move. You put a zone down. You don't. It doesn't exude.
Yeah, but
And
we
then
could
once you're
say
60 feet away
I am
from-
not
And
in
then-
the zone of
okay. Well, we
No,
could,
no,
but still though that
I
does
am
make
the
sense.
Zone of
As in he was in Zone of Truth for probably this amount of time as you walked. Now you've gone
Mhm.
past 60 feet, and now it has faded.
Okay. Cool. Well, then there you go.
I still step out.
With a 21, Maewyn, you are not being followed. That you can tell. You feel pretty confident about it. You also know that, I mean, you know of the same type of magics that the Hanged Men threatened Chad with. You also know that you stole 2 prominent items from your parents.
Yep.
If they wanted to find you, they probably could do so pretty easily.
I mean, we were just talking about staying and fighting, and I mean, if the lion and the wolf are coming here, great. Then everybody's here, and we can take them all
They're
down
going
at
to the
once.
tomb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
right.
trying to find
Going to the tomb is our our way of fighting right now.
I mean,
It seems like that's what's standing in between them and doing.
Yeah, they
whatever
want
they're
to
trying to
bring
do.
back the banished gods and find the tomb and bring back the
But what do we
those
just?
2
Do
people.
they know where it is?
They've
They
been
know
looking
I
in
have an
the
idea.
they've been looking in the Forrush mines.
I think
They
we should
think-
leave tonight.
I do too.
I think.
Well,
so.
I need a
Why-
nap.
Why don't we cut and run? This seems
No
very
naps are
bad to
allowed.
try
No,
and
I need one.
get mixed up in this.
Well, because we want to make sure that the people who are slaves in this city are saved, and we want to make sure that this
slave in this city with us.
Where have you been?
you as the character would know this information.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Oh.
The
I went the other direction.
No, I know, but everyone has filled in everybody on everything
Oh,
now, and so what's going on is that Frida's caravans are the honey caravans are a front to transport slave workers from the city to the Forrush mines, and also before the break, this is something you wouldn't know, but before the break, Gilmarie and Edmund both kind of like, and you kind of talked about how this city is going to be corrupted by these people if we don't do something about it, and so that's why they want to say at least.
Got it.
You guys are gonna love the mines.
I doubt it.
Oh, I sure
It
do think
seems
you
to
will.
me-
Patty
Yeah,
probably
you
will
will.
as well.
I still have to at least stay till tomorrow. I mean, I can meet you guys there, but I gotta stay.
I don't think you
Really?
should. No, I don't think that that's a
do you
good
want to be
idea.
a member of the
Yeah,
Hammer?
exactly.
No.
It's not going to
I
give
mean,
us
I
any
don't
more
show
information,
up.
Chad. Just stay with us where you're safe.
What if I don't show up? Then there are even more looking, or even more people are now looking for us.
How about this? I was semi-embedded. I told you all about how I got to the party, right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. I can go with. I look like an established.
Oh my god, can we stop splitting us up, please? This is not a good idea.
I think we've got
I
power in
agree.
numbers at this point.
Are we here? I think we're here.
Sure, at this point in time, you have arrived at Miss Kettlepot's home.
Well, if we're leaving tonight, I don't think we need to.
I gotta sleep at some point, either right outside
Yeah,
this city or in this home right now.
I think that we should
Yeah,
I think we should get a
couldn't
move
help
out.
anybody if we
I
don't
think
take
that-
a rest.
I think that making
least-
camp outside the city makes sense. Get us
Travel
as much
for a
of a head
couple
start as we
hours.
can.
I can make an underground lean-to.
We need to steal some horses. I think is the next step.
No, bye.
Steve, why can't we just?
Do you think Mrs. Kettle
Who's gonna sell
has
us a
any
horse
horses?
at 11 p.m.?
Wouldn't Mr.
I couldn't
have
give you
some
any.
horses?
I couldn't give you any horses, but I could for sure let you borrow a couple of my wagons.
Do you know where we could steal some horses?
I mean, I
Don't
suppose.
they have those big animals?
Yeah, the Rindara, yeah, but they're not very. I mean, I don't have many of them. I could give you about 4 of them, maybe.
Perfect.
Can I ride Batty?
Yeah, you could for sure ride Batty. Yeah, she's a giant badger.
I really
Can
want
Quinn
to
and I
steal
ride
one.
Batty?
Can
No.
Batty walk faster than us?
Batty's got a speed of 30 feet, I think.
Okay.
I think it's the same.
Yeah, that's faster than me.
Oh yeah, a little bit faster than.
Yeah.
So should I knock?
mean,
or we're not,
what-
we're not
what's
gonna-
the
we
big
need, we need a
rush
place for,
of-
for Warren and
Well, they could
Let's
stay
do-
with Miss.
Yeah, we should still at least like
Kettle popcorn.
maybe have Cad
kettle,
and
kettle pot.
Kettle pot.
Yeah, do you think that
Yeah.
Gilmarie or do you think Gilmarie and Warren would be safe with her?
And I'll look to Gilmarie and Warren and be like, you remember Miss Kettlepot, right? Do you feel good about this? Are you? I don't want to leave you anywhere. You don't.
No, I mean I've never once mentioned Miss Kettlepot to anybody, and anyone who ever came and visited her was you. So
She's not attached in any way.
seems like it could
Not
be a
to
safe
anything.
spot.
Not even emotions.
And
Does she have a basement?
I don't know, a woman that old probably. I mean, I'm sure she has ways of taking care of herself and by proxy us.
Then yes, they will stay here.
If you want, you all
and
can leave and we
will
can.
go. Okay, we'll give her my love.
Of course.
And I look at Gilmarie and I say, don't
He looks down.
do anything. No, look at me. Look at me. Don't do anything stupid. I love you.
He starts to sob.
And I'll hold
hug her leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hold her hand and like bring
She,
her down and hug her.
Yeah, she hugs you, and if you are willing, she kisses you on the cheek and looks over at you and says, "Protect your mother for me, okay?"
Warren, you protect Mama Gil.
Oh, I got Mama G. Don't worry.
Can I like kneel down to Warren? So he's taller than me. 'Cause he's only like 2 years younger than me.
Yeah.
I was gonna kneel down and be like, hey, make sure you look out for everybody. And I'm gonna hand him my dagger.
He takes it. For real?
It's sharp. It's sharp. Yeah.
Be careful.
Kind of tosses it back and forth between his hands. And he takes it,
Be
puts
careful.
it into his belt. I got him, Mom. Don't worry. And he looks at you.
Swear to Dune.
And he kind of puts a hand on your shoulder, and he comes in for a hug, Cuinn. And he whispers in your ear, and he says, "I don't want you to feel this. Watch out for your sister."
Oh God.
I thought he was
you
about to
said-
fucking stab. I'll just bring him in and be like, I will.
And he kind of sobs a little in this next part, and he just says, "It's like half of me's gone, Cuinn."
I mean, I'll just start sobbing.
I hear what they're saying, but I just hug them both.
I turn to you and I say, "They look like a cute couple. Should we get them together?"
Mom, what's wrong with you?
I don't know. I think I'm sad.
Edmund looks over at Chad and says,
think you're sad.
"Listen, I don't want to brush over this, all right, Chad? If you feel like you have to stay here for a reason, I understand, but we can't guarantee your safety. I mean, who's to say, if their brother saw you with us, who's to say that he didn't mention that to Victor, or I don't know, we
did tell our brother that, I don't know, that we loved you guys and they had seen us with you, so.
May said that she loved you guys.
Quinn's really bad at emotions.
All I know is that one situation we have control over, one we
Sobbing.
don't.
I mean, it makes sense. I just feel like if the hangman are involved in this, knowing their next step, I mean, it could be a dumb little mission, but if the first mission they gave me was to kill the leader of a different gang, then maybe they give me another important mission and I could get more information of this mine or something. And if it's nothing, then I scoot out of town and it's nothing.
How far away are we going? Like the mines that we're going to?
The Forshee mines will take you like a few days to travel to.
I mean, I just don't think you can. I mean, no offense, Chad, you're very athletic. I don't think you're gonna be able to like catch up to us.
No.
And I can't. We can't.
At one point, we would have to just wait for you.
And we can't lose anybody.
I mean, I don't think you're gonna lose me, but I mean, if everyone else is against this, I don't want to go against what the group thinks.
It's your life. Just say I have to leave, and we can't wait for you.
Seems like they did say that this search was getting closer and closer.
But we already have. What, to the guard?
To the the High Priestess tomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they need to find the tomb to release the gods.
Or at least whatever they find in the tomb will help them do that.
Yeah.
Have we considered getting all those slaves out and just collapsing the mine? Have we even come up with a plan for that?
We don't even know what is going on at the mine.
Days. I don't think
First,
we
we gotta
really
steal
have
some
time.
horses, steal some health potions, and we'll be on our way.
That's the issue. I don't have a problem with the stealing. You're just saying.
We're whispering. What are you talking about?
Listen, whatever we need to do, we need to decide what we're doing.
I think we need to get out of here as quickly as we can.
That's where my vote lies.
Let's go.
Right.
There's nothing better than
Chad?
spending 2-3 days underground in a mine.
Yeah.
Months, years even.
I would love to talk to you more about that when we're not. I'm fascinated by that.
You should. My vote is we go to the mines, but I also say we let Chad do what Chad wants to do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna force you to do it.
I'm not gonna force you either.
I have to.
I just feel like if I don't see what anything could have come from this that would be good, then everything that came before this from me trying is for nothing.
I mean, we learned a lot
And
of information because of you.
I think you got us a lot.
Yeah. Chad, have you heard of sunk cost fallacy?
No.
I learned about this in school. Okay, so basically, right, like you've invested a lot in this and thinking that there's going to be like a payoff. But like, maybe there's not. And like any more effort put towards that, it's just more.
You ever play poker?
No, I don't really gamble.
Gotta know when to fold them, Chad.
I don't know what that means.
Have you ever fallen down a mine shaft?
That's
Also
when
no.
That's when you get really mad at the dealer, and so you just fold all the cards so they've got creases in them.
So they can't play with them anymore.
So they can't play with them anymore.
Right.
I'm gonna say
Have you ever given
nothing
up
that
an
I've
entire life that you've known for someone else?
Yes.
Is this an airing of
Don't
trust?
do that.
I have also
Are we
done
making
that.
a decision?
Come with
Whatever
us,
we're gonna
Chad.
do, we need to do it.
Well, that sounds familiar.
How far is the mine as opposed to where you're going, Chad?
I mean,
the mine's 4 days away.
Yeah, the mine is 4 days away.
I just have to go back to where the party was. That's Warren's house.
Did he have something specific, or is it like if you wanted more work, come find me tomorrow?
No, like I'm a part of them now, and it's just my next assignment. I mean, I don't really have an attachment to them. I was only a part of them to find out information, but again, nothing has come of it. All the information we've gathered is from everything else we've done. Like, literally, me joining them has helped us zero and has cost us lives.
Is your
So
brother?
then let's go.
Everybody makes mistakes,
So then why do you want to
Everybody
continue
has
to
those
put
days.
yourself in a situation where you could cost more lives? If
Try
that's
to
all
make up
that's
for the
come,
shit that's
but if
happened.
that's all that's come from it, Chad, how can you expect anything different? The definition of insanity is to try the same thing over and over again and expect a different result.
That's literally from a book.
Oh, listen.
Hey, you can stay, Chad, if you want.
Chad, do you want to go because you want to get us information, or do you want to go because you want to be in the Barrington Games? And you can see Edmund gets mad about this.
Oh.
Oh.
Chad doesn't have a slight pause. Rosie? He'll turn to Rosie.
Yes.
I told you that I blame myself for what happened, and I owe your family a lot.
Cuinn.
I'll shoot a look to Cuinn. If you think that I will be best served to come with the group and that there's no more information to be gathered, I'll do whatever you say.
Chad, I think sometimes you have to let your dreams shift a little.
Okay. Let's go then.
When are the Barrington games, Chad?
Don't say it again.
No,
Oh
maybe
my
we can get back in time.
They're at the end. They're at
Like,
the
I don't
end of the summer, and the summer had just begun.
know. Yeah, so we
we
can
have
be back.
plenty of
Yeah,
time.
we can get you in the. If we come back here, I can get you in the Barrington games. Easy.
You know what?
I mean, like, come on, it's gonna be so cool to introduce you as like somebody who saved the world.
Mhm.
We'll come back a hero.
Oh, this campaign ends with the Barrington games.
It's just a summer. Let's.
I
Alright.
can get you in there, no problem. I can fake paperwork. I can get you in there.
I
As we know, for one
don't
thing,
really believe
very
anything
good
you
at
say
lying.
anymore, Quinn, so let's just go.
No, it's
Man.
kind of scary how easy it is for him to lie. It's wild.
I do understand- I
don't
agree.
know how I feel about it.
What? Let's
myself a
walk.
good performer, but that.
Come on, Maewyn.
Everybody's
We're
good at
walking.
something, you know.
Yeah,
I'll be
Edmund,
the
Edmund just
filter.
starts walking.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so are we
well,
stealing?
maybe we gotta say goodbye
any
to-
health potions or anything.
Oh,
I just want to be prepared.
we're not stealing anything, Quinn. Let's
You
go.
don't have to do anything, Rosie.
No, we as a family are not
The
stealing
Pintwees.
anything. No, as a bunch of shorties with two tallies.
We'll see what we pass on the way out.
I mean, I'm
Let's
pretty sure
go.
just stables will be open. I don't think they. What if people get here late and they need to put their horse on?
Alright,
Like, I
fair
think
enough. I don't know.
just stop by this.
Let's
I mean, do
just
we
I've
know
never
if the
bought a
stables
horse
are
before.
24/7?
let's just.
Oh no, yeah, he's completely right there. The stables will for sure be open. Yep.
What about like
There we
a
go.
place maybe we could buy some potions? or something?
Absolutely not. That would definitely be closed by now.
be
Yeah,
honest,
So
that's
steal
like-
potions, buy a horse.
We're trying to get out of the city as fast as
Steal a
possible.
potion,
Buy a
bow.
horse.
We're trying to get out of the city as fast as possible. As
It's a
you
new
want
Alexander
to. We
Knight.
shouldn't be leaving any trail of anything anywhere. We should just be
Right.
going.
Hey, with cash, the horses.
What is cash?
And well, if you're not going to leave a
else would we
trail
pay
stealing
with?
something.
Yeah, I know that. Oh my god.
Let's just go rent
Let's
some
just-
horses and go.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
Let's try to be safe.
We don't want to be stealing.
I died earlier. Like, I got knocked unconscious. So I'm just trying to avoid that.
That was scary, Quinn.
Yeah, it was very scary.
I'm sorry to hear
Thank
that,
you.
Cuinn.
Yeah, thank you.
I wish
You
I
guys
could
should all
heal
feel
you.
bad for me.
No, you did
I'm
fine.
fine now.
Hey, Cuinn, I think we should
That's
also, and I'll pull out my pin. I think we should leave these behind.
Absolutely not. I will not. I'm not leaving this behind.
But they'll
kinda
find us,
like Pat.
Cuinn.
They can find us. They know. They can find us either way.
How did they find you here?
He was just
We-
here.
Yeah, we just ran into him. That was
Yeah,
just a
but
freak coincidence.
how? It's very convenient that you show up at the same city and that your brother shows up right here, almost like you're being tracked by something you have on you.
No, because we walked into his meeting.
But he already
Like if
knew-
we weren't here, he still would have been.
No, he even said when they talked to them at the Horned Toad that he didn't follow them there. He's staying at the Horned Toad and they walked in.
Okay, well,
He could be
I
lying,
think we
but that's
should
what he said.
consider later. At
Roll
least.
for lying for an event I was never at.
As long as I have this, I have something over him. You know.
You can bury it somewhere and come back and get it.
They'll find it. I would rather them find
Good,
us
then
than
they-
just it.
They find it and then they don't know where you are.
I think Quinn's right, actually. For now, we should hold on to him.
Thank you.
All
All right, yeah, so we're
but
leaving.
we should go.
For the sake of brevity, we'll say that you make your way to the northernmost gate of the city of Barrington. Because you have Cad with you, and Cad is an owner of a caravan, he actually is pretty good friends with most of the owners of the stables. He can't talk them into a discount or anything, but what he can do is vouch for you. You will be able to rent these horses at 2 gold per day, and you do not need to pay until you return, until the renting is complete. So
Free money. That's as good as free horses.
Can I go ahead and give him 2 gold up front
For sure.
and just
Man.
say we would appreciate your discretion?
All right.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, sure.
Hey,
Why?
let's not
Why?
talk to this guy anymore.
2 gold well spent.
You smell burning toast. Okay.
Oh what? Oh no,
Everyone,
this is just what I do.
I just usher everyone out of the stables.
Let's go.
Where are you going? Don't you want to talk to me?
Oh God.
I think that man is having a stroke.
Zach has found a new way to usher us through conversation to make us deeply uncomfortable.
That and then the really slow talking king.
Yeah.
Right.
I forgot about him.
Oh my God. Okay.
Kat, do you know where we can like get a health potion? You know anybody who has like a stack of? Maybe the caravan does. I don't know.
Oh no, you don't have any health potions. Yeah, I mean there's some apothecaries that you could stop at. I'm sure they're all closed now though.
Perfect. All right. Yeah, I guess we can just leave.
We could just rest also.
The rest of the wagon?
Oh well, we just bought the horses.
We can get a couple hours outside of town.
Yeah, and then do some rest.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to steal a health potion. We'll look at Morton.
Get the fuck out of the city.
I just don't want to stay long enough.
Hey, somebody's gonna die because we don't have a health potion, and I'm just gonna say it right now.
The gates at this hour are closed, but as soon as you just basically, I mean, you don't really even have to say anything. The guards just kind of see you and start opening the gates. Leaving the city is much easier than entering at nighttime.
Can I give him? I'll give him 3 gold and just say nobody left this gate.
What gate?
No, there
And
is
then as
still
you
a
walk,
gate.
and then as you walk by, he goes, "No, seriously, what gate?" No, he catches on to what you're saying. This city, these guards are used to stuff like this.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably make more money out of bribes than they actually do
100%.
getting paid as guards. So he kind of nods his head. You all leave. Travel an hour or so. The Illadrin Wilds are right outside of Barrington, to the north. So you're pretty much immediately into thick forest. After probably about like a 500-foot gap, then it's probably immediately forest. Rosie, you feel at home here. And after about an hour or two, you're able to kind of find a small clearing off to the side where you can set up camp for the evening. Is there anything that anyone in particular wants to do before you get a rest? It's been a pretty long day. Oh, yep. Maewyn, I saw you first, and then Rosie, I know you have something.
I just want to, like, as we get off the path, take a minute to jump off Batty and, like, obscure our footprints so that it's harder for us to be
So
followed.
it just looks like you just stopped right in the middle of the path?
Yeah, or, maybe, like, obscure them a little far back so that it doesn't clearly look like we stopped right there.
Yeah, make a survival check. And I would say at advantage. You're used to doing this with you and Cuinn.
Okay. Oh, nat 20 on the first roll.
Yeah, especially with the help of Batty, she just kind of starts like rolling around in the dirt on the trail and like
He loves it.
yeah, and just like digs up, does some claw. It just looks like basically the feet or and the horse hooves were like going down the path, and then something happened, and then there's no trail anywhere else. Rosie?
Sometime at the end of the night, like as we're winding down, I would want to find you.
Is there anything that anyone else wants to do before the very end, or sleep takes everybody?
I'm also want to talk to you.
Okay. What'd you say, Morton?
Talking to you.
I said I asked Chad if they want to cuddle tonight.
Not tonight.
Oh.
Oh.
Fair enough. And I just set up my tent.
Damn.
All right.
But you do not send any animosity about it. Each good, all right?
Yeah. And he doesn't present animosity about it. He's just...
Yeah.
And Chad also camps like a little outside of the group as well.
Okay.
I like that it's just like a transactional relationship.
I know. That's very
Nope. Okay,
Yep.
jolly good.
Cool.
Jolly good. Did you want to do something before either of them talk to you?
I set an alarm up for the camp, and
Oh, okay.
Everyone in the party is people who won't set the alarm off, except for Rosie. So
Okay.
she leaves the area. I know, but also if anything else, like besides the party, comes into the area.
Okay, yeah. Easily enough, you guys see Flint as you walk up to you. You kind of talk as they continue to take this like divinely, almost glowing, what looks like a string, and just kind of takes it around the perimeter of the camp as you approach them.
Hey, you! That looks. Is that some sort of alarm? That's quick thinking.
Just I feel like I gotta keep Mom safe.
That makes sense. Well, you're doing a great job. Just wanted to let you know that. So I noticed you got a little scruff going on a little bit. There's nothing better than a nice full-fledged beard.
I mean, someday, right?
Someday. My ex-wife, the day I met her, she had the biggest beard I've ever seen. Just love at first sight.
Wow.
So just there's power to some facial hair.
Yeah. Are you flirting with me?
No. What?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. I'm so sorry.
I don't know.
No, I was going to tell you about. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I have a son who's just about around your age.
I don't think I knew. I don't.
Yeah, he's a good kid. He's a little younger than you, but I don't know. I see a lot of you in him. Just I don't know. I guess I'm like kind of proud of you in some way, in some weird, non-familiar way.
Thanks. Yeah. So where is your son?
Oh yeah, he's back in Gorahold.
Okay. Yeah.
He's I can see that you're really like at the stage of your life where you're really deciding the kind of person you are, and that's really fun to see. And I really think you're making a lot of the right decisions, even if maybe it doesn't seem so at sometimes. But my son Shale, he's he's still making decisions. So he's got a crucial few years ahead of him.
Yeah, it feels really hard to know if I'm making the right ones.
Yeah, well, I can tell you that decision doesn't become any clearer the older you get. I think I've doubted every decision I've ever made.
That doesn't help me.
Yeah. I wanted to be comforting about it, but I can't lie to you. It sucks.
Oh. Okay. I start rubbing your back. I'm sorry. I've never been really good at this whole like father-son thing. Not that you're my son. I don't want to butt into your family here. I guess if you ever want, I think you and Shale would hit it off if we ever got a grow hold. Yeah. That sounds great. I just I think I need a minute.
Of course. I stand up, brush my hands off. All right. Have a good night.
Thanks. Yeah. Oh.
And as you is reeling from this conversation, you are approached by
as Ian breathing like that triggered a hyperventilation.
I know. That's crazy. Woo. Jonathan Becker would be proud. So as you are kind of reeling from this conversation, Rosie?
Yeah, I'll walk up. Well, am I like passing?
Yeah.
Flint, and I'll like look. I'll like be walking over, and then I'll see Flint, and I'll be like, and then I'll see that you is like clearly perturbed, and I'll like look at Flint, and I'll go to you and like pat them on the back and be like, was he mean to you? What did he say to you?
No.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you all right?
I'm fine.
We're doing the breathing. Okay.
I'm fine. You're fine. We're fine. It's fine.
Oh.
Get out of here, Batty.
We're fine. You're.
Mm-hmm. Batty, go.
You hear Maewyn, Batty.
Well, the thing is, hi. We haven't really had a chance to do one of our little check-ins in a long time. And so here I am,
once again.
Checking in. I don't think I'm fine.
Yeah. No, I mean, clearly.
Yeah, and then I'll just start sobbing.
Oh.
And just like holding you like close, as close as they'll let me. And just sob for a little bit.
I kind of hold Rosie silently, like not sure like what the next thing is for a while. I'm like, Mom, we've lost so many people, and it's very important that we keep each other safe and okay. I can't lose anybody else because I don't know what I'll do if I do. And we have to stop this. And I just need you to be safe. I need you to be safe.
Well, I need you to be safe too. And I'll like gently touch their face, like not the scruff thing, but like similarly, and just look at him and say, I'm really proud of you. And I'm really glad you're here.
I wish we didn't have to be.
Me too.
But I made enough, and I need to protect our
I think you cut out at that level.
Oh, I made an oath, and I need to protect our family. I think we gotta go to bed now, Mom.
Okay, I love you.
I love you too.
Then I'll turn around and set up and lay down.
Chad, as you're laying there, you hear some footsteps approach. You turn around and you see Edmund standing there. And he says, "Boy, can I talk to you for a moment?"
Yeah.
And steps forward. I just want to apologize for what I said earlier. It's the weirdest thing, you know, not knowing about your past. And not knowing who your parents are, or if they are alive, and hearing everyone talk about their family members and pin-tweeze and seeing how close they are, and just, it's hard sometimes. And when you add on the stress of almost being killed multiple times in the past, 72 hours, then kind of really gets to one person. And I think I just got angry, and you're the one that I took it out on, and that's not right, and you need to know that. So I apologize. I know why you wanted to go meet the hanged man. You wanted to go because you wanted to do right, and you wanted it to mean something, and I understand wanting meaning. But I just want you to know that the reason why I got so angry, and the reason why I said what I said, well, Morton's not the only one that cares that you're here, you know. So, this is the closest I've had to a family in a long time, and you're really good at what you do, Chad. I'd be afraid of what would have happened to us out here if we didn't have you. I know you want to do right, but I'm a firm believer that you can do that here, right now. I'm sorry, anyway. And he starts to walk away, but is waiting for a response, to see if it happens.
Thank you. It's been a lot the last couple of days, and family is important, and I can't imagine to a degree what it's like not to know your family or your past. And I know most people will do anything for their family, and I really appreciate you coming by and saying what you said. And there's a lot going on, and I don't, most of those that are here, I am starting to consider family and care about a lot. But there also seems to be a lot of lies and deception, and
Right.
It's a lot. But I appreciate it, Edmund, I really do.
If you don't mind me asking, to a degree, what do you mean?
I have a family. I have two parents that I love very much, but they're not my birth parents. But for me, that doesn't bother me.
Right.
I know who my family is, and whoever they are, they didn't want me, so why should I want them, But I can't I can't be around people that say they care about people that they lie to.
I'm not going to defend anyone, and I'm going to let you make your own assumptions,
Yeah.
but I do just want to say that sometimes people who are hurt, and maybe people who lie have been lied to. There's always something more under the surface. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah, no, you make sense. I mean, some truths are better hidden. I get that. But seems like some truths are pertinent to the safety of others and maybe should be voiced earlier than they were.
I'll say this much. Got your back. And if that means voicing your opinion in this group, I'll back you up on that.
Appreciate that.
You and Morton, is that like a... I'm just wondering, is that like a...
I mean...
Do I have to ask further than that?
No, I mean, it's just a fling. I mean, there's...
Right. Just curious.
Yeah.
Curious.
Right. Chad kind of smiles and looks at him and, like, lessens the tension a little bit.
All right, well, and you see him kind of like really cringe and like not know what to do. And in this moment, you see Edmund's form shift.
Oh no.
And his long black hair grows shorter, but not a fiery red color. A like messy mop of brown. And his height shrinks down to a little bit taller than the two twins. And his robes go from this bluish, grayish teal color to this purpley brown mixture. And you see this halfling man standing there in front of you with this Van Dyke mustache and little goatee. And he kind of looks around and then looks up at you. All right, looks like Edmund finally got him some. Hey, the name's Tommy Two Tunes. Nice to meet you very much.
What?
Well, that's what we're about to do. Have sex, right?
No. No. I mean, no offense, but I am literally just meeting you, Tommy. But
well, yeah, no, I know, but he probably explained the whole thing, right?
I know Edmund, and I know other one I'm forgetting the
Lucas.
name of. Lucas.
Yeah, right. You see, in feelings
You
of
have not been brought up, so.
What?
I mean, I don't mean to offend you.
I mean, he never talked about Tommy Two Tunes?
Not to me, at least, and maybe that's...
Immediately pulls out a harmonica.
My head pops up.
And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Oh my god.
As a third personality of Edmonds is introduced.
I have questions as to whether or not the alarm spell is triggered by...
That's a good point, yeah. Anyway, that is where we're going to leave off for tonight, because we want to make sure that we have enough time to explore whatever this is, but then also the next day and the rest of our character's journey. So thank you for tuning in. I want to make sure I'm not lying to you when I say that next week is a session.
Should be.
Yes.
Thank you for Tommy tuning in.
Yeah. Because of that, Ian is not allowed to be at the next session. Just kidding. They weren't going to be there anyway. But we are. But we are going to have a session next week. Unfortunately, Yu is not going to be with us. Or maybe. Maybe. Stay tuned. Stay Tommy tuned. God damn it. All right. So yeah, stay tuned. And then tomorrow, I'm very excited to continue the LongShot, the Candlekeep Mysteries that we're doing with JMO as the game master. Forever DMs out there know how fun it is to get a chance to be a player. So I'm very excited to continue with that and meet the rest of the party. So yeah, and stay tuned at Charmed Persons on all socials. Oh no, what have I done? And thank you all so much for joining us. And yeah, as always, everybody say bye.
Bye.
Choo-choo.
God damn it.